Okay, it says I'm live. I'm here. How's the mic? All that stuff. Hang on, I gotta set stuff up, and then I will put the link. Daniel Barry, hello to you. Good evening. Hang on, let me get to the comments. There you go. As usual, these are just open panels in the evening. These little fireside chats. So I'm just tweaking the video and everything, and I'll be. I'm here. I'll be more focused after I edit. All right. What's going on, people? I only could stream a couple of hours today, so I decided to fill in with one of these little evening chats. So come on up, get a conversation started, whatever topic you want, within YouTube friendly parameters, whatever those are. Hang on one second. Okay. All right, I believe I'm here. Let me pop the link in and we can get started. Okay, there you go. Party is open, or at least the panel is open. We'll find out what kind of party it is. All right, in the meantime, I'll do news and tweets and all that stuff in between sips of water. Okay, what's going on in the world today? Let's take a look. Oh, I know what else I have to do. I have to get this posted to social media so people know I'm here. So let's do that. Pop it in a few Discords. There we go. Maybe put it on Twitter. Let's see. And maybe Facebook. I used to stream live to all three of these platforms, and then Facebook stopped. I didn't get a lot off of Facebook. It's mostly friends and family, so it's not really open to the world like Twitter and YouTube is. And then Twitter started charging. Is this the real devil? It depends on who you ask. Some would say yes. Some would say I'm just a big old poser. It also depends on what you mean by devil. I am a real Satanist. I don't know if that makes me the real devil. Oh, wow. There's 28 people watching. That makes something's off here because I've only been streaming for like 4 minutes. So it must be that vertical feature. You're the vertical crowd, right? Welcome, welcome. You always show up when I do these things. Normally I stream during the day. Normal. But at night I go vertical to do these little fireside chats from hell. And they're just open panels. We talk about God, everything really. Politics, mental health, philosophy, psychology, our lives, neurodivergence. Sometimes we just shoot the shit. And if you are joining from vertical and you haven't subscribed yet, those numbers really help. That's really the only numbers that I focus on because I'm trying to grow the community. We also have a Discord. You can contact me. Same name on Discord, Gen X Jeff. And I will send you the link. Um, other than that, I just kind of monologue and review news and tweets and stuff until people show up. Oh, see, now it dropped to 8. So that was the initial. You know what happened? I bet this is what happened. I went live. Hey, Ziggy. I showed up in the vertical carousel thing, and a bunch of people saw it, and they opened it up, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know what this devil thing is," and then they swiped on, and then the numbers plummeted again, back to my more normal numbers. This is what Borney was saying the other day, how he goes vertical and he gets a ton of subscribers and stuff from it, but very few actual viewers stick around and participate. And I think that is an artifact of the vertical format. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh, news. What happened in the world today? House rejects Trump back plan on government shutdown. Oh, so the House is kind of being independent minded, like they're a third independent branch of government. I also saw where they decided to release the Gates report after all in a secret vote. Ooh, hang on, something's going on where I am. A 14-year-old boy was stabbed. What's this about? Oh, it looks like he was stabbed by another boy, juvenile male, and they knew each other. Police, listen to this. Police used dogs and a drone to search for the suspect. So they're sending drones after people now. Hey, not lost. You too. Uh, yeah, I mean, these are really no different than a normal stream. And so it's made for the community. And if a bunch of random YouTube viewers want to get in on it at the beginning, I don't mind. But wait, what? Ezekiel's will? Is that they should name a drone that. If I was a drone company, I would roll out a brand called Ezekiel's Will. Let's see. Ezekiel Will UFO spotted over Russia. What's that about? It's pretty cool. Oh wow, I wish I could show it. I don't know how to share from my phone, but I'm looking it up on the internet, and it is a pretty cool video. It kind of looks like some of those drone fireworks shows. It's two circles of light spinning perpendicular to each other, like a gyroscope. Let's see. I guess that's how you can tell, I guess, what religion people are. Just fly drones onto random parts of the earth and see what they think they're seeing. Yeah, and they even know how crop circles are done. It's usually people out there in the fields making them. And this is probably, I said it from the start, this is people flying drones. It's just citizens or humans with drones that are flying them with their little remote controls or however they work. Occam's razor. I don't know why people need to go beyond the most basic, simple explanation for something, other than that our imaginations crave the drama of it all. We like a good ghost story. Oh, well, I don't know. The article I just looked up said Russia, but I don't know what source you saw it from. Maybe there's multiple wheels. People are seeing all kind of stuff in the sky. They always have been, I guess, since the beginning of the history of human eyeballs. but I don't know why I'm not freaked out about drones at all. If I looked out my window right now and saw a bunch of drones in the sky, I would be like, "Oh, okay, there's drones in the sky." And then I would go back to my streaming. I don't. I'm not any more scared of drones than I am if I saw a bunch of birds flying around. I understand drones. I understand what they are. Oh, the front. That's a big wheel. A big set of wheels Ezekiel has there. Right. Let's see what else is happening. Wait, what? A California man allegedly messaged the Madison school shooter about plans ahead of attack. What kind of plans? What does that mean? Let's see. The shooter was messaging with the California man ahead of the attack. A 20-year-old man in California. FBI stopped and detained the guy. Wait, what? After he was discovered plotting a mass shooting with the Madison, Wisconsin shooter, he admitted that he told the girl that he would arm himself with explosives and a gun and that he would target a government building. So in addition to her doing the school shooting, it looks like this guy was supposed to go and do. What is with all the violence? People are seeing. Why are people going out there and just doing all this violence all of a sudden? Is there some, okay, social media, they're seeing shit on social media and YouTube. They're watching some kind of superhero movie about vigilante justice or some Marvel character, Joker or something. What is, like, all of a sudden, why are there all these like expressions of extreme violence lately on an individual level? Like individual humans are deciding to plot violence and then they're going out and they're enacting violence on this scale. Why? This is weird. What's happening? Is violence the new cool thing to do? Let's see, the diehard Christians, because I don't know. Is Ezekiel's will supposed to be scary? I know it had the 4 creatures in it, but what? I'm the one that keeps telling people that you can't program. Like people are not that easily programmed and brainwashed. You can't get them to like take actions just because of like propaganda you put out on social media. But I might have to revisit that because actually what I've been arguing is only really stupid, weak people do this kind of stuff. So maybe there's more stupid, weak people out there than I realized. I can't imagine seeing something on a TV or a Twitter screen or something or YouTube and then going out and committing violence over it. What's wrong with these people? Like, what has to be going through your head for you to plan and execute violence? Like the school shooters, like the Columbine people, it was like their experiences with school. They were bullied or they were psychopaths, whatever. But it was directly tied to their immediate environment. I don't think they were just seeing stuff on the internet and then deciding to school shoot. But now it seems like people are like the guy tried to assassinate Trump based on social media narratives that he was a threat to democracy, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's that people maybe it's a new way of achieving clout or status. If people flex their violence, publicly in front of the world, they're going to get this small social media following that kind of sees them as heroes and supports them. Kind of like in Natural Born Killers, where they became media heroes. Man, and that was what, 1994? Are we now living out Natural Born Killers in real life? It's not a movie anymore? Maybe people are violent at like just violence is part of our nature, and part of us really wants to indulge in it. And when you relax the trappings of civilization enough, or there's less consequences for it, then it becomes normalized, and you can get out there and get your violence out. I think violence is dumb, and I think it's primitive. I think it's a very animal part of our brain. I don't think it elevates you as a human to be out there enacting violence and cheering for violence. I think when you're doing that, that's your ape nature. It doesn't impress me. I know in your mind you think you're doing something good and you're a hero, but you're really just a big old smelly psychopathic monkey animal. Yeah, this is a little more, I think, than bonding. Are they bonding through stochastic terrorism now? That's what Leggy was saying, that men they should be allowed to just go kick each other's ass and fight it out in person. That it's normal for men to want to do that. I've seen women do it too to each other, especially in the South. There's as many women that get drunk and beat each other's ass as there are men. They'll pull each other's hair. They'll sling each other all over the room or the bar or the parking lot, wherever they end up fighting, the Walmart. I've just never had the impulse to resort to violence as a solution. Not as a civilized adult human, anyway. And I've been on the receiving end of violence, and I still didn't have the impulse to be violent back. It mystified me that he wasn't normal. He was drunk and probably on drugs. He was on something that night for sure. But it astounded me that this otherwise civilized human that was living his life among us in society like everybody else was suddenly acting like a jungle animal. I just didn't think people actually did that in real life, but they do. I don't know. You think it's unnatural because I've refereed playground fights as a or not refereed, but but like broken up playground fights as a teacher. I remember kids fighting after school for absolutely no reason whatsoever. They would like pass little notes in class like, "Hey, do you want to fight me after school?" Just to fight. I remember I lost it. But I don't remember. Oh, yeah, toddlers playing with each other. And a kid will pick up a toy and hit the other kid with it for no reason or because he got irritated. Let's see. Let's see what Ziggy has to say about all this.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? What do you think about violence?
Violence? Okay.
You kind of enact violence as a hobby, right?
What do you mean as a hobby? What do you mean?
Or you do it professionally?
Oh, like whenever I was doing the military and the contracting and all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't do that anymore.
Well, not anymore. No. I got let go because I didn't take the jab. Whatever. But, yeah. And by the way, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm not that inebriated tonight, so I can make a little more sense. Fucking violence.
Oh, well, that helps.
Violence. I know. Yeah, I know. I do have a problem with that. Sorry. Violence. When I was a kid, We lived in a little mobile home. I'm not going to tell the whole life story or anything, but it was like, now you're pushed into public school. Now everybody's like out for themselves, right? Like, and you're like, what happened? I have a little brother and sisters, and like I'm the oldest. Like, nobody really fights. You know what I mean?
Were y'all fighting as kids, like in the trailer park? Did kids fight?
Well, we weren't in a trailer park, but yeah, we were in a trailer. But yeah, we fought amongst each other, of course. But I thought that was something that stayed in house. Does that make sense? So now you're stuck into a public school, and now you actually have little kids like fighting, like pulling hair, like you were talking about, and all this. And I was just like, huh? And like I kind of shied away, to be honest. Like I was always shy about that fighting stuff, man, until about like middle school. And finally, I guess the little man in me, finally came out. I got pushed around too much, and I jumped on top of the dude. And after that, people were like, what? And then, so to answer the question, in my opinion, I do believe it. I think that you can only talk so much for so long. And then finally somebody pulls something, a weapon or a fist. And then 10 times out of 10, they shut the fuck up,
So it's a way of like communicating your threat level, and sometimes words are not enough, so you have to demonstrate.
It's sad. It's sad. I never said it was okay. It's sad, but I think so. Like, I mean, like if I've done it a million times. Like, yeah, but that's not me. I didn't do that. That kind of a thing.
And then, but you would not have instigated it on your own if you would not provoke. Like you didn't go around just enacting violence on people.
Never. Nope.
So it was like a survival response.
Well, like right there was a little example. I remember some black guy was blaming me for stealing something, and I was like, I don't steal. What are you talking about? Yeah, motherfucker. And it just kept talking, and I'm walking forward, and I'm like, look, hey, I said you can talk all you want, dude. I don't steal. Stop acting like I'm the one. There's like 17 other people in this apartment complex, man. Don't blame me. Look at your camera. Don't you have a camera? No. Okay. Well, don't blame me. Then blah, blah, blah. And then as I'm walking actually forward, because now I'm just irritated, there is no talking. Now he's like calling the cops on me. You know what I mean? It made a little bit of an impression. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to do something, or attempt to, I think. But now, going back on what you were talking about with the copycat, people like shooting up places and all this. Yeah, I believe in what you said. Like movies and shit or something, I guess.
They're getting the inspiration from somewhere.
Probably. Or like just basic sheep. Like I said, copycat, right? Like, so if you have somebody pissed off at home that it hates Trump, and you have somebody like that one little kid, manipulated, if he was, I don't know, and he goes and he tries the attempt, and then you have the news saying against Trump saying, well, I wish they would have, I wish they wouldn't have missed or whatever. Well, now the person at home that hates him is going to go, okay, I won't miss. And if there's one, there's going to be 100 fucking of them. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm worried about. It's setting up like a new type of heroism that people are going to aspire to.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's like psychology, man. It's like, that's just what people do, man. That's why, and it goes back into why I'm a Satanist, because I'm not a sheep, and then you would have a Christian in here being like, well, you are a sheep if you're going along with Satan. No, I'm not. Like, nobody wins in this game, brother. But I think that we're probably the closest to winning. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think we have a more realistic sense of what we're working with, like what the game board is and how it's laid out. I think people that idealize humans and human nature may be working at a disadvantage.
Well, I can be honest with you in saying this, and I mean this. Almost, and yes, of course, ones that claim they're Satanists are, yes, there's some little retards. But almost all Satanists that I have ran into have, in one direction or another, have some kind of an intelligence or even an artistic thing that goes to them. And, you can't really do that with Christians. You're like, oh, yeah, but what about this? And they're like, well, have you found the Lord? I didn't ask if I found the Lord. I'm asking, what about this?
Well, I'm going to have to play devil's advocate here because I know plenty of intelligent Christians, and I know some really dumbass Satanists because I got kicked out of plenty of satanic groups by idiots, usually woke.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, dude, there's retards on all levels, but what I'm saying is it being different from the sheep. In my eyes, the sheep are the ones that flock to a church, the Christian churches, which are everywhere, right? I'm saying that if you boil that down to a percentage, okay, there's way more Christians than there are Satanists. There are way less retards that are Satanists than versus Christians, in my opinion. I don't even think I need to say in my opinion, really. I think it's kind of obvious because of, how much more mass they gather, right?
Well,
and I'm proud to be, not a part of that. I'm proud to be where I am, So, go ahead.
Well, man. Good. I mean, you should be proud of
absolutely
the decisions you make. Mm-hmm. If you think they're positive ones, you should stand by them.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said you should be proud of the choices you make, and if you think they're positive, then you should stand by them.
Of course, yes, man, yeah. And
because also, like a lot of people are socialized into Christianity, so some of them it's kind of unthinking. But Satanism, usually, at least in the modern world, is something you have to actively choose. You have to make a conscious decision to be part of it.
Very well. That is exactly what I was basically sort of saying. You kind of have to read through like what I say. Like that's what I mean too. Yes, it's a difference in the masses, of course, one compared to the other. But right, exactly. I choose not to be a part of that large mass, and I kind of appreciate people that also don't, and so already to me, I've there's already like a likeness. Do you know what I mean? And then
do you have like a satanic community or in-person Satanist that you hang out with?
In person, yeah, I do, but it's not like a huge community. It's not really that. Yeah, it's not really.
Still, I guess even having a few helps.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Oh my God, yeah. Like when we get together, it's kind of like counseling, if you will. Right? One's like, oh my God, I ran into this fucking woman today. Oh, dude, I walked into my mother. I don't know what's up with her, but she's like into this. She's not poor. She works and everything. So I don't understand. She's like a food harborer. Okay, so she will actually go to like these free food places or whatever. And she's like, hey, will you go and make the trip? I can't make it. And I'm like, I don't really know. I don't want anything from there. Why do I want to go in there? That's your hobby or whatever. And then your food goes to waste anyway. And she's like, no, just please, can you do it? And I was like, all right, I will. So I did. And I went back and, and I'm like, and here it is. Guess what this is? It's a damn Christian fucking like food bank. And I was like, motherfucker, she knows better than this. Did I tell you this story before?
Does she know you're a Satanist?
Yes, of course.
And did the Christian food bank know you were?
The fucking whole town knows I am.
Oh, so they knew that they were giving food to the Satanist.
Well, so I walk in, right? And I'm like, Mom, you knew better than this. God damn it. So I walk in, I'm like, yeah, here's a little list. My mother I made it like I was kind of.
She had a shopping list for the food bank.
It was like 5 things, but yeah, like salad, shit, dumb shit. Like she's crazy, man. She's weird. Friggin'. So yeah, so I'm like, here's this little list. I don't know where to go. I've never been here before. Blah blah. This woman to my left staring at me, man. Like, just staring dead cold at me. They were like, and the woman at the fucking front desk was nice. Like, she was like, yeah, that's back in, down that alley. And well, anyway, that woman that was staring at me takes off walking down that other side. And so I make it through the middle out, the middle one, and then there she is, and she like jumped like a weirdo. And then I'm like, what are you doing? And she like walks off real quick. Yeah. And I get my shit, and I'm like, you fucking weird people, is what I'm fucking kind of saying it under my breath. I walked back up to the thing, and I grabbed the other stuff, and then that woman was like, you need to repent.
Oh my God.
That one and I was like, what? And she goes,
I haven't met a you need to repent Christian in like decades.
Dude, it's because, I'll tell you why, man. I have runes on my fucking arm. Both of my arms that scroll up, and I had a fucking short sleeve shirt on. It was in the middle of the summer. Well, I wasn't thinking. Remember, I didn't know I was walking into a fucking Christian fucking food, So I didn't know, and it's like you're already at the entrance. They already see you. So what would be the point for me to go back and put on a fucking long sleeve shirt, right? So I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to be me. I've got long black hair and blah, blah, blah. So she's like, you need to repent. And I'm like, what? And she just like left. And I was like, what the? And here's where I fucked up. I look at the front desk. This is not a false story, man. I look at the front desk lady. I went, what the fuck is wrong with her? And then I went, I'm sorry, ma'am. Like, yeah, like, cause it was bad. And I called mom and I was like, don't you ever fucking do that to me again. What? It's a Christian food bank, asshole. Like, and then I told her the story about that woman, like, eyeing me down and saying that I need to repent and all this.
Yeah, she didn't sound very Christian. Did you tell her you're not being very Christian?
I didn't get a chance. I said, what?
She ran.
And then she fucking left. Yeah.
She was scared.
And I didn't know if this front desk lady needs to like mark these items off or what the hell, like, So I just, So then after that, I just walked out, but I never saw her again. I mean, like that. Yeah, that's stupid, man. Those kind of.
Did your mom get her salad at least?
She did.
Okay, good.
And the 4 other items that they had for her, that I'm sure went bad because she buys stuff too. So I'm like, why do you get this stuff and then you give it to other people like you're a saint? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, I don't understand this whole food bank shit. Like, I don't get it. It's like food hoarders instead of just hoarders. Like, it's weird.
Oh, wow. What a thing to hoard. Did she grow up during the Depression or something?
No, that was back in like what, the fucking 40s, right? 30s?
I think so.
No,
20s or 30s.
She's like 55, so she
29.
She was born in like the 60s. So no, she didn't. So that's what. Yeah, I know it's weird, but she's also the weird woman that fucking like thinks that. Which I don't know anything about it. I don't know, but she takes like coffee grounds and like shampoos her hair with it.
Wait, hang on. I gotta look that up. Is that it?
Yeah, look it up, dude. I swear.
What is this supposed to do? Can you put coffee grounds in your shampoo? The recommended amount of coffee to add to shampoo varies depending on expert, but professionals suggest 1 to 2 teaspoons of coffee grounds. See, she probably got this off of social media.
Probably, dude.
Social media is going to have us doing all kind of weird shit, including violence, apparently.
Including this Ezekiel fucking wheel shit. Like,
Coffee has a strong pick. What? Why are they?
I don't know.
What does coffee do? Okay, what are the benefits of coffee to hair? Let's see.
I don't know.
It restores hair growth, promotes softer, shinier hair, naturally gets rid of gray hairs. A coffee rinse, they call it. Oh my God.
Yeah. She's into all that kind of shit, man. She gets pretty wild with it. She's one of those, what do you call them, a white witch? Yeah.
Does she save her dryer lint?
I don't know. I do.
Oh.
Fucking to start a
You
fire.
Oh.
What's the other?
I don't know. They had a lady on a Geraldo or something that she would make sweaters out of her dryer lint. She would save enough of it to like weave it into yarn, and she would make clothes with it.
Oh my god!
And she'd go on all the talk shows and show off her dryer lint clothing.
Did they look like shit?
Yeah, they look like old, dirty, like frayed up, gray, dirty sweaters. Let's see. Let's see.
Dude, I had this one woman. While you're looking that up, I had this one woman. Actually, it was one of my really good friends. It was his mom. And I walked into his mom's house, you know. There's these like little acrylic, they weren't real diamonds. It was like these little acrylic looking diamond shapes hanging off of fishing string in each room. But they were in sight of each other, right? Like to bring in, and that was her thing. What do they call it? Reiki, right? That's what.
Like with energy and stuff.
Yeah. And so she liked that. She put one by the front window, one by the back window, and then from those two, kind of like a little rat maze. So from each one of those, from the front that collects sun in quotes, it would, if you stood underneath of it directly and looked into another room, you could see the other one, like in the next room. So if you went under that one and looked back, you could see it obviously, and look into another room, you could, yeah. So it was to distribute energy throughout her house. And I was like, your mom's I looked at my buddy and I went, wow, your mom's weird, dude. And he went, yeah.
Wow, people believe all kind of stuff.
Right? Dude, I just don't understand how people can't believe in like self-worth. Just believe in self-worth and believe in positive shit. Like you were talking about earlier. That's what makes the world go round. Help your fucking fellow human being if they fucking ask, and then, you know, don't expect it back. If they do it, fucking always, the quote I live by is always set your expectations low. That way you're not disappointed in the end. So if I help somebody, I don't expect anything back, but whenever they help me back later, I'm surprised, and that makes me happy. You know, that's the way I fucking live, dude. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What?
Oh, Jax is talking about the 4-hour workday book. I tried to read it, Jack. I didn't get anything out of it. I'm not sure what it was. It wasn't telling me anything practical. It does. I don't think the 4-hour workday is going to work for me. I stream more than 4 hours a day. The Reiki takes all the energy out of her. I've had Reiki done to me before, but I didn't get it. I didn't feel anything.
I never. Dude, I was baptized. I never felt shit. Nothing.
I used to play with crystals and all
like
that.
Clapping their hands and shit. And I'm like,
oh, like adult baptism?
Yeah.
Where they put you in the.
I was like,
they walk you into that pool.
Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't a pool. It was like this little tub in the middle of a damn church.
Like, I've always wanted to do that because they have somewhere like behind the altar is this big pool that they fill with water, and you walk down the steps into it. Then they dunk you.
No, this was behind the altar, but it was like basically the the plastic out of a tub. So it was the liner, you know. They're like, okay, here we go, get ready, you're gonna be saved. And I was like, oh, that was fine. You know, and everybody's like, woo, hallelujah. And I'm like, what happened? Nothing happened.
People get excited about that.
They do. Yeah.
I got saved at a church one time, and they acted the same way. Like you could go up in front of the crowd, and you could like confess to Jesus or ask him to come into your heart and everything. So I went up and I said the little words. And everybody got all excited. We all did. It was like a whole bunch of us. We went up one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they got excited for each one of us. And nothing
Right.
happened. I don't even remember the church.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even remember the church, actually. Yeah. No, aren't you glad you didn't say you shot somebody? Like, yeah, my confession is I shot somebody. Okay, well, yeah. I didn't shoot anybody. Not illegally.
I mean, I'm glad people that have, if Jesus helps people be a better person, I'm glad that they have that to turn to. If that's all they have, I don't want to take that away from them.
Well, that's my problem. There's a lot of them that they claim that Jesus is making them a better person, but here you are, you have them going out being a mass shooter, and you're like, what? God,
well, this one was shooting up the Christians. She might have been a Satanist.
Well, could have been. I doubt it, though.
She was a 14-year-old kid. But she was hooked up with this 20-year-old guy. That's the part of the story I just found out about. And he was planning something even bigger, it sounds like.
Let's see. Now, see, there you go. Sheep again. He was probably telling her to go do something at the same time or something weird. I don't know.
Like Mickey and Mallory Knox situation.
Or look at that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Look at that. What do they call them? Crooks or whatever. You know, the guy that tried to do Trump. Like in 20 years old.
Oh, the first time, the one at the rally?
Yeah, 20 years old. You're going to tell me, dude, that fucking that little shit.
That's a good point. It's kids, too. And this CEO assassin, they're all young. What's going on with we didn't do shit like this in my generation. We didn't go randomly kill public figures. We had the guy that tried to shoot Reagan and the guy that killed John Lennon. Yep. That was pretty much it. That was like early 80s.
We had the Columbine thing, and that was the first
true.
time.
And we did have the Oklahoma bombing.
Yep, Oklahoma, yep. I've been there, actually. That was, I don't know, I didn't really feel right being there. It was kind of weird. Because, like skeptical, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, but what was the government lying about, though? You never know.
That's a good idea, Jax. We should do that. Have a call-in show where people come in and tell their stories. And we have to figure out which stories are real and which ones are not.
Like a life story? Or
yeah, just any kind of story.
Right on.
Because it's the internet. Nobody's going to know if they're telling the truth or not.
That's true. Yeah.
I do feel that way not lost sometimes. I feel like a bad Satanist. I usually find myself coming down on the more Christian side of issues. Like, don't randomly murder people.
I don't think that's what it is, dude. No, man. I think that's proper Satanism, man. You're supposed to choose what's right. You're not supposed to choose by man's textbook. You know what I mean? You're supposed to choose what's right, what's obviously right. If somebody says, hey, grab this gun and shoot that person in the head. No, dude, I'm not shooting that person in the head. What are you talking about? Because they stole your popsicle? No. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean?
Do we even know, did the motive come out yet of this girl, why she shot the school? Was Christianity even significant?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, or anybody really. I'm looking it up now.
No idea. I didn't even hear about this until you.
Guys, it's so funny. The first thing they look for is a manifesto.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing. Don't you think that's wrong? The government's so stupid. Like, they tell the enemy, like, yeah, on January 11th, we're going to make a move. Like, what? And then, like, they do all these weird shit, like right there. Yeah, right now they're in search of a manifesto. No, find the person. Like, I don't know, man. They're just so fucking weird, dude.
It looks like they found him and they detained him. Let's see. They issued a restraining order against him, requiring him to turn in his guns.
But
that's all they're going to do?
But P. Diddy gets to sit in the damn prison cell and nothing has happened. Hunter Biden gets away with everything and gets exonerated. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit out there with the government that I don't agree with, that I'm like, really? What are you doing? You know?
Let's see. I'm looking to see if they.
And that's you asked me before, like which part of the Satanism do I follow? The temple. And that's supposed to be that you are to question government. You know what I mean? That's not just that, but I mean people, government, everything. And
Well, you can question it, but you don't have to blow it up or try to kill
right.
government officials. That's to me, that's
Yeah,
beyond Christian questioning.
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying question it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't agree. Like right there, what I just said. Hunter Biden did all those things with kids in other countries and stuff like that, did coke and all this and the all this stuff. And now he's exonerated. But now we got to look for a manifesto for this person that fucking killed people. Like come on. Like when does that kind of shit end, man? It doesn't make sense. Like there's too many laws that we follow, and from my experience being overseas, they don't need to follow laws at all, or rules rather. They don't have to follow the Geneva Convention. That's what we call it. We have to follow the Geneva Convention. Over there, they don't follow that. They just look at you and say you're the enemy. Bang, you're dead. We have to look at them and go, shout. I remember this. This was so stupid, and this is a real thing. By the Geneva Convention, bro. If you see an enemy with a weapon, you are supposed to, by the book, you are supposed to shout. If they don't stop, then you have to point in the sky, shoot, then aim at them. If they still are coming at you, then you can shoot. That's by the book. They don't care about that. They don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like our rules.
I don't know if I would do that either if somebody was shooting at me.
No, nobody did. Nobody did. The rules are so stupid, man. Like, why do we have rules? And okay, how about this? For another example, this is just me coming off the top of my brain. You have all these immigrants coming in here. All of a sudden, they get driver's licenses. You had to get your driver's permit at 15 with your mom or, a legal guardian. Well, but you know what I mean. You went all the way to 15. Many people did. And then you had to go get your driver's permit. Well, then you have to drive around with your mom or your grandma or whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then you fucking at 16, you get your driver's license if you pass the driver's test, right? The illegal immigrants come in and they've documented it. Look it up on YouTube. Fucking those guys that traveled up to Ohio and all these other places. And that's why they're having all these wrecks, because they're just handing the licenses to these people. So what the hell do we have to take the whole day off of work to go and
I don't think they're just handing license. I think they have to go through the same process as everybody else. Can illegal immigrants even get driver's licenses? Don't you have to have birth certificates?
Yes. You didn't hear about all those wrecks and shit? Go look it up. Just look. I can't remember the one dude's name. I cannot remember his name. He traveled up there. He went to the DMV. He asked them, "Did you have to take any kind of test or anything?" Like these Venezuelans or no, Haitians. I'm sorry. And they were like, "No. Straight up."
Well, I would need a source on that. That I'm skeptical that they're just
look at that.
People are getting driver's licenses without going through the same process that everybody else goes through.
Dude, I know one of their names, Nick Johnson. Write it down and look it up. And look up.
He was a Haitian named Nick Johnson.
No, he's the guy that documents his stuff, and he went up to Ohio, and he even runs into a woman that worked at a grocery store, and you'll see. Watch the documentary.
Because things are on the internet doesn't mean it's real.
I know that. But he's a documentarian, though. So he's asking like he's not for the Republicans or for Democrats. He's like straight up in between. You know what I mean? He's going in and he's asking them, the Haitians, and then he's asking the locals, questions like, well, what has changed since the Haitians came here? And to the Venezuelans, like, do you get to get your license right off bat? Things like that. Most of them won't answer that question, but there was a couple that said, no, I don't have to.
That's not enough. If that's all you're going off of is them saying it, I'd have to go to the DMV and say, "Hey, are you giving these people?" I'd have to hear the DMV side.
That's true, yeah, and they did. They go to the DMV, and the DMV says we're not allowed to answer those questions. So then he returns outside and he asks the Haitians and shit. Yeah, just check it out. There's a couple of them that have been up there. It's pretty crazy.
And not lost. I'm a cultural Christian. If there is such a thing, so your myth is a myth. If you can have cultural Judaism, you can have cultural Christian and everything else.
I mean, are you talking to me?
No, I was talking to not lost in the comments, trying to troll as usual.
No.
But I do not believe that state DMV offices are just handing out licenses without any kind of birth certificate or driver's test or anything.
But they got here for free though. Like without a passport. I mean, like why? Why is that so unbelievable? It's not to me. And like I was going to say, there was this woman that he interviews, and she says she worked at a grocery store or something, and I guess they get food stamps too. And she said the one left his receipt behind, and his balance on his food stamp card, which comes from the taxpayers, was, I think she said, I can't remember, don't quote me, you have to watch it yourself. But I think she said there was like $13,000.
Oh no, we talked about this. This came up a while back on a stream. That's the amount the card can hold, but they don't load it with that amount each time. They put a monthly amount. That's just the amount the card's able to contain. But they don't get it all at once. And if it's EBT, it comes from the federal government. And again, they have to go through the federal process. But there's a lot of nonprofit agencies that have their own version of assistance for immigrants that are outside of the government. So it could be one of those. It may not be an official federal government card.
Well, write that guy's name down, Nick Johnson.
I'm on his channel right now, Unboxing America. Yeah, he's just a YouTuber that they have thousands of YouTube channels, and they're not all. That doesn't make them true just because it's on YouTube.
No, I know, but he is going in like unbiased though. Like he's going and asking the Haitians, and he's asking the locals, and the locals are pissed. They're like, yeah, they have brand new car, and then like one drives by and one of the locals.
Because you're not seeing the people he's asking that are not saying that too, though. So there's some selection bias as well. Because everyone he comes across to that says, no, I don't have a problem with Haitians. I live right next to them and they never cause any trouble. He's not going to put them in the video. He's only going to put the ones that are saying, I got a free license.
There are some. There actually are some in there. That's what I mean by him being unbiased, because there are some that go, no, I've not had a problem. I've not seen any problem from them, But there are a bunch that are like, no, look at the whole fucking neighborhood. Everybody's fucking gone because, the government's paying them, and all the landlords are kicking the locals out, and then they get to move in and live in a house with 8 people, Yeah, it's crazy, man. Just check it out. Just you do your.
I doubt landlords are kicking out paying tenants to let immigrants move in and live there for free. None of this makes sense to me.
Not for free. No, the government is paying the immigrant, and then the landlord kicks the local out, where they only pay maybe $500. Now
that's not even legal.
Now I know. Because you have to watch it, bro.
Like no one's gonna let themselves get kicked out of an apartment.
Listen. One of the stories is on there. One of the stories is that just like I said, check it out. It's in the one in Ohio where he goes to. One of the landlords supposedly told his fucking people, said, "Hey, I'm going to renovate the house. Can you move your stuff out, for like a month?"
That's not how
So
evictions work.
nope, I know. So he did, like the guy did it. He leaves and he's gone for like 2 months or something. Then he calls the landlord back. He's like, "Hey, can I like move back or what?" And he's like, "Oh no, I already rented it out." Like, so yeah, that guy should be able to take the landlord to court for sure.
I would
But
not
I
have
don't.
left in the first. Like that tenant was an idiot. I don't feel sympathy for him. I would
Yeah,
not have even left and given up my spot.
If the landlord is going to supposed remodel it, he'd have to not be in there. You know what I mean?
There's legal processes for this
I
that the
know.
landlord has to go through. And if the tenant is that stupid that he doesn't know that and is just going to let the landlord say, "Hey, I want to remodel, just leave," that's on the tenant. I don't feel sorry for his stupid ass.
I don't either. But that is some way around it, though. Like maybe the tenant was like, "Yeah, this is sketchy, but okay, I'll take his word for it. He's been cool to me," and they just trusted him or something. I don't know how the fuck it worked. I wasn't there, but it's in all that stuff. You have to check it out.
Okay, well, there's this one. It sounds like YouTube gossip so far. There's this one guy that has one YouTube channel that's documenting some people, but I don't think you can draw any conclusions about the government's giving free licenses and landlords are kicking people out.
There's multiple ones. Yeah, like just look up. Like, I visited Ohio. If it's not just that Nick Johnson guy, look up that. There's another one. He does it. He's been to Hawaii to see the slums and all that kind of shit, man. Just check it out, dude. Like, I don't know. I never went up there. I have no idea.
So it's all, you just get it from YouTube, whatever some guys put on YouTube. That's part of the problem. Is people are getting their reality, this curated reality from random YouTubers.
Okay, so Ohio connects to Pennsylvania. And I have 3 friends that live in Pennsylvania, and they said that they have seen a big group of these Haitians show up there too. And they're like, yeah, everybody's uneasy and da 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 da. Like, it's not just these 2 guys that travel. These 2 guys, there's more than just these 2 documentarian guys, whatever. Fucking, it's think about this. People had to complain for these documentarian people to fucking go and want to check it out, right?
That not necessarily. That's if you even trust this guy, that he's legit. I don't even know that.
Yeah,
actually, I do know who you're talking about because he did some episodes in Louisiana too, and he drove through different cities in Louisiana, and he had little narratives about them. Because I'm from there, I could get it. He was a total stranger driving through, and I'm from there, so I had a better sense of what the reality was that he was just superficially covering for the first time, like his initial impressions of it.
Right, but what was he saying? Like, was he knocking it?
Well, a lot of what he does is that he'll pick like the 10 worst places in a state. So yeah, he's going to go knock the 10 worst places and say why he thinks they're the worst. But he's not giving you any kind of deep dive analysis of each individual city. Each little segment was like 30 seconds to a minute long. He would drive through and say, "Look, there's poor people. Look at the houses, how run down they are. You should live here." And then he'd drive to the next city and say pretty much the same thing.
On this Johnson guy?
Nick Johnson, yes.
Because the one that he did with Ohio and basically, he went to Hawaii and shit.
I mean, his entire videos are like less than 20 minutes long. So how much analysis can he be fitting into when he's driving through 10 cities in 20 minutes?
Yeah, but no, that can't be because it's the one.
It's like, for example, he has one. I'm looking at it right now. New Orleans is broken, crumbling. You can go to New Orleans and make 100 documentaries showing how broken, crumbling it is, and you could also go and pick all the parts that are not broken, crumbling, and make 100 documentaries showing what a wonderful recovery New Orleans is like. So, depending on what you choose to show, you can determine the narrative that you're presenting to the viewers. So what you're buying into is a narrative.
But no.
And reality is more complex than just what this one guy on YouTube is trying to get you to think it is.
I'm not buying him. He was just the topping on the cake, dude. I was hearing it from my buddies. I was hearing it from I know I shouldn't say this either because I'm going to get persecuted, but that's okay. The news eventually catches on. And usually the way I think is that if there's enough people complaining, then the news has to report it. That's the way I think. Otherwise, I just feel like they just leave little towns out. They don't talk about them or whatever.
I don't know what determines what the news reports these days. I don't even pay attention to the news, really.
So then that makes me think like people like Nick Johnson and those others, I can't remember their names, that I feel like they then are like, and they put their fox ears up and like, well, maybe I'll go check it out and see what that's about. Now what you just said may be true. Sure. Yeah. You can go to where I grew up and you could look at the slums and you can look at the good side of it. But it wasn't 20 minutes. I know that. It was like at least 50 minutes long. The Ohio one, anyway. I'm sure he has smaller ones. I'm sure they differentiate, right? But I don't know. Just check it out.
I'm just saying he's picking and choosing what to show to you. And what this one random YouTube guy is deciding to show to you does not define the reality of a play or even reality.
Right. That's one. Right. And there's more that went to that same DMV at Ohio. That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't just him. There was a few of them, dude. I don't know. I'm not going to argue about it. I just know that I'm in the same boat with you with this stuff, man. Like the news is corrupt, the government's corrupt, everything's fucking corrupt. But again, when it comes down to let's just move it to the if word. If illegals are getting fucking money and you have, poor people, poor American-born, right, citizens living on the street, man, I don't think that's right, to me. So that goes back to what you were saying. What is making people crazy? Like
I'll tell you what's this right here. These slipshod narratives that they're pulling off of social media that have very little factual backing behind them that people are taking as reality because they trust the person or the source that's presenting it to them and they're acting on it as if it's reality. That's what's causing all of this.
Well, the lamb, the sheep thing. Right. So again, what I was saying, like you have that, terrorist whatever act going on against Trump, and then you have, copycat cats wanting to fucking do it. Next thing you know, he's playing golf. It's just, dude, that's what I believe. That's what it is. I think what I'm trying to fucking say is that no one uses their fucking brain anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to say the same thing.
Right. Well, but I mean, hey, look, I'm looking at that. Yes, but you're basing it on that Nick Johnson thing. I'm basing it on
that was
Nick
the example you offered, but like Nick Johnson's not the only person in the whole world using his brain, and everybody else is not. So he should be the trusted authority now.
I never said that.
He's doing the same thing everyone else is doing.
They all know he's probably out there getting his money too. But what I'm saying is, it's not just him that went to that DMV. It's not just him that went to whatever it is called. I don't even know what it's called. Where they give them the debit their food cards and stuff like that. There's another one out there. It's actually his rival, and he had the similar experience. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, there's just not enough facts for me to.
I know. That's why you have to look at. That's why.
I don't know. I don't know the DMV. I don't know the town. I don't know the video. There's not a link I can look at. It's just I saw some on YouTube. I heard this. I don't remember this, but they said that this is in the South where I come from. This is called gossip.
It is. No, it is.
It's internet. It's YouTube gossip.
It is. It's gossip. Yeah, you're right. But I'm saying if there's two guys and they have threatened to sue each other, documentarians, these two guys have threatened to sue each other. Can't remember the other guy's name. I'll fucking get it to you later. And they go to the same town. They go to the same DMV. They have the same results, the same reactions from the different sides, which is Haitians and the locals. I tend to think that that's probably very well true. That's what I'm basing it on.
Yeah, I need more than that to base my truth on.
I don't care about Nick Johnson, right? I don't give a shit about him. But he did go. He does have an enemy that also went, and he had the same reactions and results. And I'm like, oh, shit. Maybe it is that bad. Maybe the news wasn't, lying, and the people up there weren't lying, This is the same place up in Ohio where it first started out with the Haitians are eating the animals thing. That town.
I thought that was in Illinois.
No, I said Ohio.
Yeah, I thought the cat thing was Springfield.
Springfield, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the town, sorry. And I can't remember the other guy's name at all. But I'm sure once you watch it, it'll probably give you a suggestion.
I don't put a lot of stock in evidence-free narratives, and without evidence, it's just another story. And people are very enchanted by stories. I know that. And
yeah, of course.
Evidence is the filter that I use to figure out which stories to.
Right. That's why I gave you the two, and I'm sure there's more. I think there is another. I know there's another one. I just can't remember him. I don't watch him. I don't watch either of these very much. I just went on this big search one day, Google, YouTube, whatever. What's going on in Springfield, Ohio? I wanted to see. And then I saw the news clippings of these locals talking about animals being eaten and all this. Now, there is one that went up there. Now, do you remember this whenever they said, there are no ducks anymore, like in their waters? Because
I remember that when we watched it on my stream, that one guy, they were in the park and they were interviewing him. And he's like, I saw him take a duck. And he was, yeah.
Yeah. And
that's it. It was a YouTube video of a guy. We couldn't even see the guy. It was just the audio.
No, that wasn't it. What I was going to say is there's another guy that went up there and he was like, yeah, so he's on that same waters, shoreside, and he's looking at a local and he's like, have you seen anybody like missing ducks around here? Like, are the ducks gone? And he's like, no, I don't know what they're talking about. I've seen them, so I do that. I kind of like, well, why is that guy saying that he just saw ducks, but these other people aren't? What the fuck is going on here? You have to like weigh the options on what you think.
Yeah, I cut through all that by not putting a lot of stock into what random people on the internet are saying in the first place. So a video of a guy saying, "Oh, they took a duck," is not gonna cause me to believe a particular thing. Just like the drones.
Well, yeah, the drone thing is way different, of course. Jesus. But I'm just saying, that's just one person, though, that I've heard of that said, no, we have ducks. I don't know what they're talking about. But it's a bunch of others on, that's what I do. I go in this big search. Like, if I'm interested in something, I go on a big search. and then I weigh out everything. So there
I
was
guess
one
it comes
dude.
to what sources you like. Using credible sources in your search too.
Right, true, yeah.
And how do you determine those? That's one of the big challenges of
right.
We don't know. Like I don't know what's. The way I solve it is I use multiple sources. I'll use like 10 or 20 different sources and kind of figure out between all of those. But I don't rely on just one.
Yeah, me too. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right there, I went like with 3 like guys that went up there. Can't remember the other 2.
I'd go even deeper than that.
No, I did, and then I went to Google. Watch I had already went to Google. Watch the news clips. Watch this and watch that and watch the locals and watch blah blah blah. And then tried to add it together, and to me, it really sounds kind of funky. I don't know. But anyway, the drones, no, I don't. No, that's totally us, in my opinion. And Ezekiel's wheel, like, for God's sakes, that one really gets me with these people.
Yeah, I'm starting to have a clearer idea of why we're in the situation we're in, and having all, because if oh God, people.
Are you talking about
people don't know how to filter information? I think that's why we're having all this outbreak of violence, because they're seeing stuff that they're mistaking for reality and they're acting on it, and they don't know how to figure out what's real.
Okay.
And so they're defaulting to their most cynical belief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you referring to the drones? Are you referring to the Ohio
everything?
thing,
everything. The violence, the drones, the Ohio thing.
Notice this. See, this is how we grew up. I don't know if that's necessarily true in Ohio. I have no idea. I think that I do, but I don't. But that doesn't make me load up and drive up to Ohio and go shoot a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
But for some people, it is, because if they're believing it enough without actually knowing if it's true, they're believing it enough to be motivated to take some kind of, like the Pizzagate guy that believed the story of this, whatever was happening at this pizza shop in the basement, which didn't even have a basement, and he shows up with his guns.
I don't remember the Pizzagate thing, man. What is that?
There was some pizza shop, and
a year or something.
It was around, I don't know, 2015, mid 2010s, before the Trump election and all that. And Hillary Clinton was supposedly involved, and the thing was that people ordering pizza was a code for pedophiles to order trafficked children, and he believed this was actually happening in this pizza shop, and the children were being kept in the basement. So he shows up at the pizza shop with assault rifles or whatever, and it doesn't even have a basement. Nobody knows what he's talking about. The cops have to arrest him. You should look up Pizzagate. It was a big deal.
Why didn't you need to be a comedian right there. You're like, nobody knows what he's talking about.
And the cops arrest, they have him on the ground, and they're like, "What were you doing here?" He's like, I was seeing if everything was okay, and he's like, "Well, what did you think what was going on?" He's like, "I don't know, they were trafficking kids." And the cop's like, "What?" And the other cop says, "Pizzagate." He's talking about Pizzagate. So he knew the narrative that this guy was going off of.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's a conspiracy theory that went viral during the 2016 presidential election, claiming that the New York City Police Department discovered a pedophile ring linked to members of the Democratic Party. Remember those Anthony Weiner emails? Supposedly that was in those emails. And so people believe that they found this guy's emails and it had exposed this pedophile ring. And so the story spun out from there, and it was traced to this pizza shop. And one guy actually took it seriously and showed up ready to rescue the children.
Man, that aren't there. Yeah. Like, it's weird. And I bet he only got sentenced, 2 years or something?
He actually oh wow, he fired shots. He arrived at it's called Combat Ping Pong, and he fired 3 shots that hit their walls, a desk, and a door. And he later told police that he had planned to self-investigate the conspiracy theory. He saw himself as the potential hero of the story, a rescuer of children. This is vigilante heroism. This is like citizen heroism. Yep. He surrendered after the officers surrounded the restaurant and was arrested without incident. No one was injured. So he went and he shot at the restaurant. And then after shooting, he was going to go in there and investigate. So I don't know why he had to shoot first.
Yeah, why wouldn't you investigate and then shoot? Exactly. So what did he get? Like, how long was he sentenced for?
I don't know. He was charged with 1 count of interstate transportation of a firearm with intent to commit an offense, which is a federal crime. He attempted to recruit friends 3 days before by urging them to watch a YouTube video. He's like, watch this YouTube video, man. They got children in this pizza shop. You got to come and help me. See what I'm talking about? And this was 2016. This was like 10 years ago. And dude, people were acting this way.
Ohio thing. That's not what I was saying.
And then he was subsequently charged with 2 additional offenses. A grand jury returned an indictment charging him with assault with a dangerous weapon and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. And there was a plea agreement. He pleaded guilty. He agreed to pay some damages to the restaurant. At the time, the district judge at the time was Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, who became the Supreme Court Justice later on.
Yeah.
And he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He apologized for his conduct, said he'd been foolish and reckless. He was transferred to a community correction center in 2020 and was released on May 28th. So it looks like he served most of his 4 years.
Oh my God. Right there. He should have been put in for longer than that, dude.
Wow, there was another guy from Louisiana that had to plead guilty for making a threatening phone call to a different pizza shop on the same block 3 days after this guy's attack and got arrested. He called some other pizza shop and threatened them. And talking about, I'm going to save the kids and finish what the other guy didn't. So the fact that it was fake and the guy didn't even stop this other guy from calling and threatening. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God, a bunch of I think what's happening is the internet is weaponizing the dummies. They didn't have this vector before the internet. Okay, they had newspapers, TV stories.
Is it safe to say this too? Top it off with fentanyl and this, what is it, horse tranquilizer and all this meth and shit. Guarantee you that doesn't help at all.
You make a good point.
You know what I mean?
We're in for bad times if this combination.
Like I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to. Oh my God! I just saw it while you're smoking meth or whatever.
Right. You make a good. These may not be sober people that are processing these narratives.
Right. This is why. Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff, dude.
Well, it seems to be getting worse.
And then the drone thing you were talking about. How many people are on drugs looking at that? And alien. I saw one. Listen, I saw one stupid video. It was dumb. Talking about the drones. And they went, look, it looks like it has a tail. Like it was a fucking. Like I'm like, really?
Maybe it was a taxidermy drone.
Clearly, dude, they're red, white, and green fucking flashing lights. Like you, and I'm not trying to just side with you on this. I really I'm like, dude, it's drones. Who the fuck cares? Like that never bothered me at all. But people are making this big deal, like, oh my God, it's Russia, it's China, all this stuff, and I'm like, oh God, damn, man. I don't know, man. It's just pretty wild, dude.
It's getting wild. Man. It is.
What is that saying? It's a wild ride, but somebody's got to live it or something. I can't remember.
Well, we're living it. We're starting to live it.
Yeah, we are.
And then we got 4 years of Trump, which the last 4 years of him was chaos. So I predict 4 more years of chaos and stuff like this.
What do you think is going to happen when Trump gets in? Can I tell you what I think real quick?
You can. I don't think there's any way to predict, but you could give me your.
I'm just going to sum it up. What I think. I think there's going to be more. This is not watching anything. I don't care. They've already. I'm doing it from how they've already tried to attack him. Legally, whatever, all that stuff, and even trying to, kill him and all this. I think they're going to kill that man. Is what I think they're going to do. And
like some random internet person?
I have no idea. But if they've already tried it twice,
right? Notice you haven't really seen a lot of Trump since he won the election.
Well, let me say this, and I hope I don't sound like a pussy or anything. Fucking, if I were him and I was financially sued, splattered all over the internet, the news, whatever, threatened to get my everything taken away from me, threatened my life. They've shot my ear. There's a guy that shows up at my fucking golf course. You know what? I'm throwing the towel in the fucking goddamn on the table, dude. I'm fuck this. Like I would be done. Like, but whatever, man. Maybe that calls me a weak man or something. I don't know. But I just wouldn't be able to put up with all that. Could you?
I'm not sure, but I think Trump is a different kind of person. He wasn't even fazed seconds after almost getting killed by an assassin's bullet. He wasn't even fazed.
I know, but see, that's not my thing, man. Like, I've been shot at, and of course you're phased. I mean, you're like, oh,
you've been shot at? That's not a normal experience for most people.
No, I was in Iraq, dude. My point is,
okay, military.
Yeah. But I'm saying with being a president, that would be number one. I could never be a president. No way. I have DUIs and shit like that. So it would never work. But if I could, and I went through all of that, and it's singular, and not only that, but it seemed to me that the fucking Secret Service was even against him. Like, I would have been like, fuck this, man. The Secret Service don't like me. These fucking Democrats, nobody likes me. Everywhere I go, I mean, it's bullshit, and they're suing me and taking half my fucking billions. I'd fucking be out, man. I think I would be out. I think I would have thrown in the flag. I wouldn't have been a good president, I guess, in the end.
No, probably not. We'll see what kind of president he's going to be.
Yeah, but I'm afraid
we may all end up hating him at the end of 4 years.
You never know. You never know, dude. You never know. Yeah. All the people that fucking love him, they might, at the end of the 4 years, or halfway through, they might be like, man, this is the definite worst, Who knows, man? I don't know. I was an okay, leader. I was only an E5. I was a sergeant. So I was an okay leader, as far as my squad. I led real good. But, as a president, man, cameras are on you. Even the press is always on him. Yeah, but...
He loves that shit. He lives for the press spotlight.
Yeah, but they're not... Yeah, but they all remember... He's always up there saying, oh, look at the bad press back there. Well, man, that to me, I would be like, yeah, look at the bad... I would say some weird-ass shit up there, dude. I would be like, Look at the fucking press back there, you little faggots. Why do you guys keep saying that, CNN or whoever, you know? Like, and then I'd get a bad rap right there. Like, they'd be like, oh, he said the F word on TV. And I'm like, oh, man, I would never win. Oh, and he has DUIs, by the way. And like, you know, but like, they wouldn't look at like how I mean well, though. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry. Hang on, Pete. I'm typing a chat.
No, you're good. No, you can talk to Chad. I talk too much, dude.
Not Lost sucked me into one of his troll conversations.
Oh. What was it?
Oh, it's not even worth inflicting on my viewers. I'll just leave it as a chat comment. They can look it up if they want. No need to draw the rest of the world into his crazy fantasies.
Okay, I got it. All right, it's cool. I thought that was one of your dudes. Wasn't he like a mod or something?
No, he's not my dude. Well, I guess he does have a wrench. It's hard to disown somebody with a hey, plasma. Yeah, I guess. God, how did he know that with a wrench? I think because I had reasons at the time.
Him a troll and he has a fucking wrench.
He is a troll, though.
Let him be one. That's cool.
No, it wasn't because I love you. I can guarantee that. I think it's because you're here a lot. You're here like more than anybody else, and I can rely on you. You have a good sense of what I want here and what I don't want, and I can rely on you. I think it was for moderation, believe it or not. He was one of the few people that I knew would moderate the people that I wanted moderated. That's cool. But that doesn't make him less of a troll. That doesn't mean I like him, but it does make it hard to disavow him.
Hey, dude, I plan on hanging out for a while. Not just tonight. That's not what I mean. But you know, I'm sub to you and all that stuff. I like, dude. There's sometimes, man, when I'm working, I'll pop you in my ear, man. And
oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, I hear rumors of that people use this as background noise, body doubles.
Well, no, it's like a station. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Look, I've been told we're the new talk radio, and we're better than Netflix. People are choosing us over Netflix, us over movies, but I'm not seeing any of the benefit from that. If I'm the next talk radio, and if I'm out competing all of these Netflix shows, I want to be making some of their cash.
We have to go a little longer than that.
So spread the word.
But my word is my words are, don't ever fucking mod me, man. I do never, ever, 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 ever want that fucking, no. In the future, I'm saying. I know you wouldn't now, because I'm new.
Yeah, I probably won't in the future. I try to limit the amount of mods I have.
I don't like it. I don't like it, no.
Because every person I give a wrench to, as we saw tonight, I'm accountable for. And so their moderation decisions can come back on me. So the fewer people that have wrenches, the less risk I expose myself to.
Well, and the more you can keep track of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I had a lot of wrenches at first, and I went and I took them all away. And then I left just a few people that I thought I could, that were probably good, like with the least amount of consequences. I left. I don't know how he ended up keeping a wrench though, because he's one of the ones that.
Oh, you should let him keep it. Like it.
I think would. Yeah, I guess. I mean, he hasn't abused it, so.
No, and plus he has a different way of thinking. I mean, he's just playing around, dude. It sounds like.
Oh my God, not lost. I loved Ernest, and people used to say I reminded them of Pee Wee Herman. So I remember both of those shows that I used to watch. Both of them, I was a big fan. I'd be honored to be the next Pee Wee or Ernest series.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
No, I've been a mod before, dude, and it's just, to me, that's not fun. Like, there's no funness to me.
I mean, I would love to not need any riches at all, but
I know.
the trolls don't make that possible.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I love the ideas that you and your people throw around. Like, what if that? I like the what ifs a lot.
Yeah, there's a
like
lot
we're,
of
like we're talking about right there, like that Nick Johnson guy. Yeah, I know that guy wants to make money. I'm not stupid. It's just, but there's another guy that did it at the same place, got the same reactions. Then you moved on.
Well, maybe he talked
to
the same exact people. If there's one Haitian saying, "Yeah, I got a free driver's license," everybody that interviews him he's going to say the same thing to.
No, it's different. No. Actually,
they need to go find 10 Haitians with 10 licenses. And
yeah, I agree. But no, Nick Johnson and this other guy, I can't remember. He was going to sue this other guy for using his footage from like a Hawaiian documentary thing he made. And yeah, so they're not friends. Completely not friends. So it's. But
yeah, the Haitians don't know that.
Well, Haitians don't, right? But yeah, man. No, I love the subject matters that you come up with. You're a lot like a dude I know. He's into the UFO stuff though. That's the only difference, I'm not really into that. And
yeah, I'm not either. I don't have any reason to believe that aliens are going to find us anytime soon, if they're even out there.
That Hillary Clinton's a reptilian and all this shit. No, like, I that's the one thing I hate about what he does. He's a real good dude. I visit often. For when he starts talking about that stuff, I leave. I'm just like, okay, hey, there goes. Yeah, Ziggy doesn't like this. I'm like, no. But like, what was one? LeBron James. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes on camera. Did you see how it turned into reptilian eyes? And I'm like, that is a camera glitch. God, like Jesus. Well, if you think that's a camera glitch, what about this news reporter woman? And then there she goes. It's a camera glitch. And it's like, God damn it, dude.
I'm looking up the driver's license thing now, and there are 16 states, well, 17 on this. Oh, DC, they count DC, that allow undocumented immigrants, not necessarily illegal, but undocumented immigrants, to obtain licenses with foreign documents. So a passport, a foreign birth certificate, etc. So they still have to provide some. They're not just walking in and being handed licenses with no documentation whatsoever.
See, I don't know.
So there are some states that are making laws to allow immigrants to drive legally. With different forms of ID than would be required for citizens, but they still have to show something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I figured it was like just some kind of like once they come across the border, I thought it would be like, oh, hey, yeah, okay, here, welcome in. Hey, here's your new, national fucking ID, and then bam, they can go to a DMV. That's why I was bringing up like it's bullshit that we have to go and wait till 15, then 16 to get our license.
They're all blue states except for Utah. Utah, for some reason, is doing it too.
Exactly. So, like,
and Nevada, which is
purple. That was the problem, brother. The problem is that they're crashing into
and
shit.
Ohio is not one of them.
Ohio
is not one of these states, so I don't know how they're getting the license in Ohio.
The fuck? See, that doesn't fucking nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Anymore.
You're working with a narrative.
I just want to go on stage again and be like, none of you make sense any fucking more. I'm just so sick of people, man. I wouldn't even call that guy out, Nick Cannon, now. Like, I'd be like, Nick Cannon, you're fucking full of shit.
Nick Cannon? Oh, Nick Johnson?
Nick Johnson, Cannon, the same thing now. It's all the same. That sucks, man. Like, there's a few of them there. Like, I still want you to watch it. Will you at least watch those?
I've seen some of it. I saw him when he did the Louisiana stuff. I didn't know he was the same guy you're talking about, but I
Yeah, the
remember him
Ohio
driving
one.
through Louisiana.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just at least watch it. That's all. And then, next time we talk, fucking, I'll bring it back up and be like, hey, did you watch that?
Oh, they also make a point that if immigrants come in with licenses from their country, which they obtain legally, they can still use them in the U.S. for 6 to 12 months, depending on the state.
Okay, well, how are they getting new fucking cars? Like, brand new cars.
I don't know. You didn't say anything about they're getting new cars. They're being given new cars now.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know. You got.
Do we have any immigrants out there that want to come on and you could tell us what all y'all
That would be awesome.
when you
That would
come
be
over?
so cool.
I need to find some immigrants and get to the bottom of this.
I know. Yes. Like, get to the root of it.
You can stay anonymous. This is a sanctuary stream. I just want the facts.
Sanctuary stream. I've never heard anybody say that before.
The feds don't watch us. Nobody does. We got 3 people watching now.
They fucking, the feds don't watch us because fucking they're like, well, they're suiting us.
They're Satanists. What are they gonna do? We don't have to worry about them.
Yeah. They keep by themselves, man.
What do you think about the New Hampshire thing? They put up that Baphomet statue displayed. It got vandalized and destroyed.
I saw it. I'm pissed. It's the Christians that did that. You knew that.
Who knows? It could be. They're not supposed to do that. It's not very Christian-like to go around vandalizing other religions' shit.
Dude, I told you, man, at one point that before, whenever we talked, that I'm a Civil War reenactor too, or was, and then I really dislike the fact that people were fucking painting over even Robert E. Lee's statue. Like,
I'm against all of that.
I think that's fucking stupid, man. That shit was there way before you were born. You and I were born. So it's like, leave it the fuck alone. That's history. You're deleting history in the eyes of fucking Hitler right there is what that is. You're getting rid of it. You have to face history. And I think those statues, to me, this is what it means to me. I am not racist. I stay within my race, so whatever.
What does that mean?
Meaning
you date within your race?
Yes.
But do you have black friends or other
absolutely.
Mexican, other nationality? Do you have Chinese friends?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, 2 of those that you just named are Satanists and are couple of my local ones that we get together.
Oh, based.
But yeah, man. I choose that. I stay within myself, right? So my point is that leave it alone. We don't go over and, topple down. Like, again, not racist, but even the black people chose to go against Aunt Jemima, and Aunt Jemima's family was pissed off.
I know. I saw that. I did a whole episode on it.
You did?
And Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben and the cream of wheat guy, and they tried to go after Miss Butterworth, but they determined that she could stay.
You did a whole episode on that?
Yes, a whole Aunt Jemima. Okay. Yes, I was quite incensed to hear about that they had pulled because I have a little mammy figures that I collect that were gifted to me. Some of them were given to me by black people.
My mom has some. Yeah. Yep.
And I don't want that suddenly to get stigmatized.
And now what is it called? My mom said the name. I don't know. I can't remember the name. Now what something company?
Oh yeah. Hang on, I can look it up.
Something.
Yeah, they got rid of all of that. Let's see. Pearl Milling Company.
And that was her name, but it's still her own family was pissed off about it, dude.
Yeah, she's like, that's my life's work. The model that they based her on said that I worked really, I put a lot into portraying this figure, and I don't want it portrayed as something racist and like erased. Now it's just it's like a factory building with a wheel, a mill, like a water mill on the side of it. What does that have to do with syrup? Is that how they make syrup? Same name, same great recipe, and they have the Aunt Jemima name at the bottom. But there's no sign that there was ever an Aunt Jemima.
That's
so they
stupid,
kept the little
You mean
name
at the
in the
actual
font.
plant?
I don't know. The logo it's like a factory with a mill wheel on the side of it.
Dude, you mean the label?
Yeah, on the label.
No, I can't remember what the hell the label looked like.
It says since 1889, Pearl Milling Company. It was not Pearl Milling since 1889. We all know it was Aunt Jemima. Stop lying. That's why they have her little name at the bottom.
Right.
But they don't have an actual picture of
man, it. Like, I'm not about money at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting in front of a firewood heater right now that I built.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, man. Little 55-gallon drum. Yeah, hell yeah. Do it one day, man. It's cool. It's in my man cave. It's awesome. But I'm not about money at all, but those things that you have right there that were given to you and that you bought probably, that actually says Aunt Jemima, those will be worth something one day, buddy.
Oh, when this happened? It happened in 2021 after all the George Floyd stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, people really just like the Haitian thing, just like the Pizzagate. People bought into this racism narrative. That's another internet created narrative that a lot of people bought into, and now they're thinking it's reality.
It's going to be a repeat, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, they have one of the original Aunt Jemima ads on Wikipedia. Eyes in town, honey. Aunt Jemima's pancake flour. And you can order, oh my God, I want this collection. They have 4 little Jemima dolls that you can send off for free, Aunt Jemima and her ragdoll family. And if you collect enough labels and send them in, you could get them for free. These unique dolls are the best loved toys for the little folks. They're given away free in exchange for the coupons on each package. So if you buy enough of her pancake mix, they have the old guy, and then I guess the daughter and the son and Aunt Jemima. So it's Aunt Jemima and her husband and the 2 kids.
You're
How do I get this collection? Huh? No, this is the original ad from like the 1800s.
Damn. Oh, fuck.
And it has her on the cover. She has her spatula, and she's standing over the griddle, and she's smiling, and the slogan says, "Eyes in town, honey," with an exclamation point.
Hell yeah. And that's probably how she talks.
I gotta get these dolls. Let's see. Aunt Jemima doll collection.
You're not getting that on Amazon. You're going to have to go on fucking eBay for that.
Wow. Live auctioneer. Oh, they're like, I thought they were like porcelain stuff. They're little fabric dolls. And the website that had them is like a not secure website. And so it wouldn't let me view them. Liveauctioneers.com. That's the only place I see them.
Why wouldn't an auctioneer place be secure?
I don't know. I would share all this if I was on my laptop, but I don't know how to do it from my phone. Sold at auction. They don't say how much it was sold for.
Damn.
They're like little cloth dolls.
Google how much was the Aunt Jemima dolls? How much did they go at auction for?
Right, let's see. Pricing guide, here we go. I don't know. I'm not. Let's see. Well, I'm not finding one with prices. Let's see. Pricing. Uncle Moses. That's the guy's name. Let's see. How much does Uncle Moses go for? He doesn't say. Aunt Jemima and Uncle Moses, and then what are the kids' name?
I don't know. I didn't even know that she.
I know. I'm fascinated with this.
Yeah, I had
Black
no idea.
Americana.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about like the kids and the uncle. I never knew anything. I just knew Aunt Jemima. That was it.
Well, next time I do a laptop show, if y'all are around, remind me, and I'll show all the pictures. I can't. They have. I can't find the pricing. Like,
Yeah, but hey,
thousands,
dude,
I'm sure.
I'm sure you already know, but like with auctioneer sites and shit, that one did sound skeptical. You have to watch out. Of course, you already know you have to watch out. I bought a Nirvana signed by Kurt Cobain poster and gave it as a gift to one of my best friends for his birthday. Like it was like $375 or something, and it said that it was not secure, but dude, it was. And I mean, certificate of authenticity. Oh, can't say it. You know what I'm trying to say, damn it.
Authenticity.
Yes. There you go. I'm slurring a little bit. Authenticity, yes. And dude, yeah, that motherfucker, you know what, man? He unrolled it once, saw the certificate, showed me. He waited till I got there, showed me, rolled it back up, put it back in the sleeve, put it up above his fucking door because he's the hugest Nirvana fan I've ever met. Obviously, why I got it for him. And gave me a hug, and he went, "Man, you're the best." And so, you can't just say that because you went to that site, it was, you know what I mean? It still could be good. In other words, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, my browser won't even let me go on it if that happens.
Yeah. Well, what are you using?
What browser? Chrome.
Yeah, you're using Chrome, but what are you using as far as like privacy? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know.
You are you using a fucking?
I'm not using any particular privacy thing.
Like
Okay, let's see. Diana is her daughter, and Wade Davis is her son, and Uncle Moses is her husband. But he used to be called Uncle Rastus, and they used the name Rastus for the cream of wheat guy, and they used a different model for him. So they transferred Rastus to the cream of wheat guy, and they changed him to Uncle Moses.
So
and they have two kids, Diana and Wade Davis.
Slow down. Cream of Wheat and Aunt Jemima, then, therefore, are related.
I'm not sure.
Let's crazy.
Look. The name is, let's see. I think it's all the same company.
Fuck. That means Cocoa Wheats would be related, right?
Let me make sure. Pearl Milling Company.
Yeah, you're going to blow my mind. I know it, dude. This is going to be some new knowledge for me.
Diamond Milling Company. It looks like it's acquired by Nabisco.
But milling company, though, wonder if that's like a fucking subsidiary. You know what I mean?
Because it used to be called Davis Milling Company, the Aunt Jemima one, and then it changed to Aunt Jemima Milling Company, and then they changed it to Pearl Milling Company. But the cream of wheat is from Diamond Milling. So mill, okay, I get it now. It's a milling company, and it's wheat company, and grain and shit. I didn't connect it to the syrup because I didn't know what syrup had to do with the mill. But I understand. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know all this, man. This is fucking awesome. This is like that useless knowledge that I fucking love. This is what I love, man. I love this shit.
And Uncle Ben, yeah, that's the other one. Uncle Ben. They went after him too.
Don't tell me that's related.
I don't know if it's. Let's see. I don't know if Uncle Ben's related.
If that's related, that's going to be nuts. That means they had a fucking empire. Even if they weren't family, they still connected as companies. If that's the case.
No, it looks like. Well, they didn't start out. They started out as different companies. They might have gotten acquired, like Quaker.
That's what I mean.
You know how companies just buy each other. So Quaker and Pepsi are now the same company.
Yeah, they merged.
But it says after the George Floyd murder, they evolved all of these. They call it evolving. So they evolved Aunt Jemima right off the box, along with Rastus and Uncle Ben. And then they went after Butterworth because, you know, she looks brown she's a white lady, but she looks brown with the syrup in her.
Yep.
And they said she was racist. But then they did like a study. They actually like they did this whole committee to do a study on her, and it determined that no, she could stay.
Yeah. God. That's so dumb, man.
Let's see. Because in the ad, she was a white lady. She had a white voice. So let's see. But they accused her. Oh my God! They accused her of being modeled after Prissy on Gone with the Wind. The other one.
Oh no way!
Butterfly McQueen.
I remember Gone with the Wind. Yeah. That's dumb. God. Dude, think about this. Like, let me make up something. I don't know. Fuck, what can I make up? I'm just looking around, kind of. Okay, I got Rune on my arm, right? Or, fuck me. We can look up fucking Marilyn Manson. Huge fan. But, look at him. Wonder if, like, in 100 years, after he's passed away, if this fucking stupid sheep shit keeps going, they'll go and probably dig him up. You know what I mean? Like, desecrate his grave. But when he was in the 2000s, he was brilliant. To me, anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, in the 80s, it was the Christians doing this. They were going after Madonna and Michael Jackson and Boy George and Wham. And now it's the people on the left going after things.
Right. So you see what I'm saying?
It's not like sin and Satan and evil. It's racism, but it's the same dynamic underneath.
It is. It's fucked up. It's like Pantera. Anything you think of right now that is good or was good in 1990, in 50 years, they might, I don't know, blow up the Fruit Loop factory. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're right. The way things are going now, the Fruit Loop factory could very well get blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Over some random something somebody saw on the internet.
Yeah, something dumb.
Toucan Sam is a pedophile, and next thing you know, there goes the Fruit Loop factory.
There it is, yeah. Or no. Okay, you use pedophile. It would be Lucky Charms. That's what they'll do. They'll blow up that factory.
I did see something about, hang on, what was it? That the Irish... the Irish supposedly are anti-Semitic. They have an anti-Semitism problem, and somebody said it was something about Lucky Charms. I don't know. I'm starting random internet gossip myself. Ignore that. Scratch all of that.
No, I'm scratching it, but you kind of saw that. That's weird. That's fucked up, dude.
It's
It's just like,
tribalism. Like people
dude,
decide for like
you know what it
some
is?
Irish person's going to do something, and then everybody's going to decide they hate the Irish, and next thing you know, Lucky
All the
Charms is going to
Irish
get.
are on board. Yes, exactly. And okay, so what it's going to be is everybody has to have their mouths sewn shut. That's what it's going to be. Like,
Or
nobody
just
can say
keep things
anything.
like they are now and let everybody talk about everybody. I think that's the easiest solution, and stop policing any of it.
We used to, dude. I'm sure it was the same thing when you were in school. Come on, like whenever we were discussing about we got picked on, man, I got called a fag. Like, hey, you little fag, you know? And I'm like, oh man, you know?
I
Like, come
definitely
on.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm like,
guys like
yeah,
I
but
think all
it just
guys
took,
call each other that at some point.
yeah, because it's like the peak of like or the beginning of your manhood shit. And like I told you, you know, and I had to take up for myself finally, you know, and then now I'm in the boy club or the man club, I guess, young man
Well,
club,
now
I guess.
men are the new fags because we're getting
I know.
like to be called man or toxically masculine or something is now the new insult.
And you know, there is nothing to me. I've never done that. I've never been with a man. Never. But I don't have a fucking problem with it. I've got a buddy, man. That's what dude, best bassist guitarist you'll ever meet in your life. He's gay as shit. And guess what? Hairy, big guy. And he likes guys. Doesn't like, women at all. And
Yeah.
dude, we don't talk about that. It's just like, hey, when he comes over and we fucking practice, he comes up to me and he goes, "Got anything new going on, man?" Like you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know, dude. Like seriously, you wouldn't know.
Well,
And
they had
and what
plenty
he
of gay rock stars. They had Freddie Mercury and Judas
well, you kind of
Priest,
knew with him
Bob
though.
Mould from Husker Du, Michael Stipe. Like they had just normal, regular guys that were part of bands that were gay, and nobody cared.
Dude,
This is
you
the
kind
'70s and
well,
'80s.
you kind of knew though with fucking Freddie Mercury that you already.
Well, I guess he did name the band Queen, so I guess that might have been a
Come
tip
on.
off. But the other would still apply. Like,
Right. Yeah, they don't. But my bassist, man, he doesn't. No, he walks in the fucking door. Hey, what you doing, man? Like
you have a band?
It's not active. We're
Oh,
we're writing right now. That's all. Not a big deal.
like a garage band.
No. It's in the man cave, so it's a studio thing, but it's we take our time with it. We drink more than we write. Does that make sense? Yeah. But no, he'll walk in the fucking door, man, and bring his bass, and I'll help him wheel his fucking equipment in, and we'll fucking go at it, man. But before we do, we have our drinks, and then he'll be like, "What you been into, man?" like, like, like just like your straight buddy would say. And I'm like, "Nothing, man. What's up, dude? Check this sound out." And then I'll play the keys, with some recordings and things, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's fucking cool, dude. I could fucking definitely," because I'll bass it up like the keyboard. I'll bass it up so he can kind of see where I'm trying to lay where the bass should be. I kind of do like an outline, and then he'll fucking go further.
So you do keyboards? That's your role?
Yeah. Well, no, singer, keyboards. I do it all. Drum machine, all that shit. He does the actual bass though. I play the bass with a keyboard. That's so late. Do you know how to do music? Have you ever written music at all? It doesn't matter if you have.
No, I mean I had a keyboard growing up, and I took a little bit of piano lessons, but I've never.
Oh yeah,
and I played around with the digital audio stations, but I couldn't figure them out.
Oh, you didn't know how to like fucking bank shit and all that, whatever. Fucking no. what it is what I this is kind of my little secret to him because he's the bassist. My little secret is that I'll have something going, and that part is me saying, and I'm looking at him while I'm playing it. That's your bass part. It's just
and then he just knows when to come in.
No, yeah, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, that's what I can play." That like it's an outlaw thing. Yeah. But then no, to give him more clarity, no, he'll come up with something. You know, it'll go further. I'm just nailing the bank, 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 bank parts. You know, that's how I do things.
And do y'all have a drummer, or you use the drum machine for the drums?
Depends. I can use a drummer, but if I don't have access to the drummer, then I use the drum machine. Yeah.
Get one of your Civil War drum, like do the Civil War drums.
Dude, I actually thought about it, but I thought it would be like too corny. Like,
it might be, especially with I don't know which genre is your band.
Industrial metal.
Oh yeah, it might be.
Yeah. And then also with all this hate going on, like, dude, if the one I chose was I'm going to do it on the table. I don't know if you can really hear this, but I'm going to go up. That's like a call to arms. And then there was, what was the other one they do? Like that. And then
these are the Civil War calls?
Yeah, well, yeah. So like I thought about putting that stuff in there, but like I was like, oh God, with all the hate that's going on, man, fucking there's gonna be some people that are like there.
I was thinking it would be too slow for industrial.
Well, not that last one, no. Or what about this one, man? I think this one would be a great one.
Yeah, that was the best one yet. It sounded like a horse galloping.
That. And I thought about that stuff, but dude, that damn well that somebody's going to catch on, and they're going to.
Yeah, but you're a satanic industrial metal band. Who cares?
Care, but at the same time, I do a little bit. You know, like I don't want blacks to hate me. You know, I don't want that. That's not.
I'm sure. If it's gonna be white people anyway, if anybody raises a question, black people are not gonna care. They're not even gonna notice. It's gonna be some white person, some white liberal, probably college person, that's gonna say, "Oh,
or something."
Yeah, it's not. Do you have to worry about black people hating you?
Yeah. I don't know. I pulled away from that. But anyway, the point is that he hits every point every fucking time. He's the greatest motherfucker when it comes to bass. He should actually be more professional than playing with me, to be honest. But he says, "No, I'm going to stick with you, man." I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. And so that's a diehard friend, is what that's called.
Well, keep working on it. I think it's a worthy pursuit.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. We've done some shows, things like that, and, not. We've done semi-big shows before under the name Death Head. Have you ever heard of like a band named Fireside?
It seems vaguely, maybe. Do y'all have a band camp? That's the real mark of.
Nope. Never. No, I never made any of that kind of stuff. No, I never.
Yeah, you're a nobody until you have a band camp.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my buddies, they do all that kind of shit. I don't I never really got into it. No, I went through. I went to Iraq. Blah blah blah. No excuses. But I went to Iraq. I had a baby and all that kind of shit, and then that fell through because of a lot of problems there with her.
The baby fell through. What, like?
Shut up, Jeff. Don't. Not right now. That's not the joke part. Okay.
Oh no, I wasn't joking, but no, I can leave it alone. I found a Parasite band, but it looks like it's Polish. They're from Poland.
No, how's it spelled? With it H-E-R, like here?
No, it's Parricide.
H-E-H, not P. H-E-R.
Parasite.
Parasite, yes. That's that's not my band. That's one of my buddy's bands.
Oh, they have a band camp.
Yeah, he does. But it's black metal. I don't do black metal.
Wow, this is the busiest Bandcamp page I've ever seen. I could hardly look at it.
I know. I know. I don't think they play anymore, dude. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. What is it, like 52 views or something?
Stone the Oppressors.
Yeah. I grew up with that guy. Well, I actually met that dude, the singer. Did they show the singer at all? His name's Jordan. I'm not going to dox him or anything. He has his name out there. But I grew up with him, sorta. Like I met him in high school at fucking keyboarding class. It was kind of weird. Nobody was dressing like us. Like, yeah, I still have the first. He had a band before that. It was called Mary's Abortion. And I still have that on my leg, man.
Yeah, he's all tatted up himself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we were the freaks. Yeah, but he wanted to do like Mary's Abortion. Like I said, I have a tattoo of that on my leg with my mask. He wanted a mask band, is what he wanted, and I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't really agree.
Oh, like War?
Well, like Slipknot, but he wanted it like death metal, and I was like,
"Wow, Mary's Abortion has a band camp too."
Really?
Yeah, it looks like you're the only one without a band camp.
Wonder how many songs does he have on it?
5.
Looks
like they put out one EP. Antitheist, Catholic Converter.
Wait, hold on. He could have taken some riffs and fucking like put them on something.
They were demos from 2011 to 2012.
Nope. I could have used them later. I don't know.
And track 5 is a cover of Christian Death song.
I bet it's the demos, or unless he just scratched all mine. I don't know. I said I'm not going to do it anymore. That's what I said, and so I left.
Yeah, it looks like it's demos.
But I wonder if we recorded.
But he has an album cover and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he's a very talented artist. Like
4 demonstrations of the oncoming apocalypse, it's called.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he had... Dude, this motherfucker... Literally, bro, had a fucking book, like a book, and he had he called them chapters, like a Bible, like, dude, like me, on my shoulder right now, my tattoo is fucking Ipos. You know who Ipos is?
Oh, you see, yeah, it's that. Well, you told us it was that demon that matches that sigil that you have in your avatar.
That's right. Yep. And so, that's always been my shit, Ziggy and Ipos. And fucking, that's what's on my leg. He did that on my leg. And so, yeah, man, it's just, I don't like death metal. I don't like tremolo. Do you know what tremolo is? You know what tremolo is.
Tremolo?
So I don't like tremolo, yeah. I don't like that. I don't want to fucking sit there and play tremolo all day. That was my problem. I want to play something a little heavier, and plus I was a fan of Ministry.
Oh yeah, I love Ministry.
Yeah, Al Jurgensen and fucking Skinny Puppy. I was like huge fans of that kind of shit. So industrial metal, right? And so I was like, fuck yeah, man, this is what I want to do. And so, that's what I do. I like click tracks, man. That's it. I mean, it's still live, but it's not, the fucking drums aren't always fucking live, I guess. It's a drum machine. It's a synth, whatever. But
With Ministry, yeah, a lot of it was
no, I mean with
like
me,
electronic.
it's like fuck it, yeah. Electronic.
Although one of the guys from the Swans did helped with the percussion. Bill, what's his face? Bill Reiflin helped with the percussion from some of their albums.
Hell yeah. I have a fucking. I have my one buddy that comes in. Like I told you, he's gay as a $3 bill, I guess. But the biggest sweetheart in the world. He'll beat you up. Like he'll beat both of us up. He's a big motherfucker.
Wow.
But I got one other guy, man. He plays bass, and he's literally, dude, like 5'4". Like it's pretty funny, and he is talented as well. But he lives down in Florida now too. So it's like I don't know, man. That sucks though that you said that the MA, we called it MA, the MA fucking camp is dropped off at what? You said 2011 was the last one?
You talking about Mary's abortion?
Right, MA, yeah.
Let's see, 2011 to 2012. With vocals recorded in 2017, so I guess they were instrumentals, and then he went back and added vocals.
Fucking bring it back up, yeah. So what about Hero Side? Like,
they have a lot.
No, I know they do. Yeah, they were a fucking constant touring thing.
I don't know. Their page is so hard to. It's very visual. Like, it's so hard to follow. Let's see. Stone the Oppressors is the most recent.
Yep, Stone the Oppressor, yeah.
And that was released June 26th, 2017. But it says recorded through April, June, and August of 2013 and early 2014. Additional recording March, April of 2017.
So when I quit talking to him was probably when I helped move him and his family. And that would have been like 2000, maybe 2013, probably. Like I helped move him with a U-Haul and shit. And that was the last time I talked to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just hadn't talked. And then, yeah, I got a girlfriend. I guess people move past each other or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. That happens.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Happens a lot.
Don't count on him to back you up in a fight, though. That's the only thing
I don't count on anybody, even my own self.
He would run basically, and like as fucking painted up as he is.
No violence from him. We found the one person we don't have to worry about violence from.
Right. Yeah, I've gotten better about it, I think. But yeah, that was the last time I think I talked to him, man. Fucking, it's been a while. It's been a long time. Not to mention, though, it was the girl I got with, man. She caused problems between us, too. So that pissed me off a little bit. So got rid of the girl and then lost my friend, too,
Oh, yeah. I've seen that happen before, too.
Yep. I saw where. Yep. There you go with the YouTube stuff. I saw where it was coming from. He blocks me. You're out. Tell her that. What? What do you mean? Yeah. You wanted to cause
Oh, you got
problems?
canceled.
No, I've told her she's out. My ex caused problems with me and him. That kind of pissed me off a lot. So he has like a Baphomet on his hand, you know. So
Ooh.
yeah. You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Oh. Oh, I thought. Well, I heard a tink, and then you went, ooh. I thought you like fucking hurt yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what the tink was, but I heard Baphomet.
Yeah, he has a Baphomet. And I remember him back then explaining to me what a Baphomet was. I was like, oh, got it. You know, because I was young. Like, he's what? Fuck, dude. I think he's like 2-3 years older than me, or maybe 4. And I was like the youngest of the crew, and they called us Brew Crew. And yeah, it was pretty funny. The Brew Crew. Can you imagine me at 16?
Yeah, especially if y'all drank a lot of beer.
We did.
Or maybe y'all sat around drinking tea. I don't know.
Yeah,
Coffee.
tea. Yeah, we called it tea. Yep.
Everything's. Y'all call it what?
No, we called it brew. Oh. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, dude. We partied hard, man. Like, it was fucking awesome.
Yep, I remember those days.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like 16 years old, man. One of our other buddies. That now we're talking about the MA thing, and his name was Brian, and me and him, we were like, "Fuck, dude, we're bored." Like, he looks at me. He's like, "Do you have any money?" I was like, "Yeah, I've got like fucking like $10, dude." He's like, "I've got $10. Can you get us beer?" Because he was of age. I wasn't. He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." So we get brew, right? We go underneath of an overpass. This is an awesome story, man. This is so cool. We go underneath of the, the overpass. We go underneath of it. Cars, woo, 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 woo. We like that sound, you know. We pop the trunk. Yeah, we got beer. Da, da, da. Here comes the fucking cops. All right. Ziggy, where'd you get the fucking beer? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you that. Like, he's like, Brian's looking at me, man. He's like scared, you know, like, I'm like, what? Why would you be scared, you know? I went, I'm not going to tell you that. He went, you better tell me now. Like, you know, being real firm and all this. And I went, I'm never going to tell you where I got the beer. But it wasn't him. I can tell you that. And he went, all right. Well, then I'm taking your beer. And then so he goes to the trunk. He takes my beer, well, our beer, and he fucking throws it in the cruiser, dude. And then he fucking comes back. He's like, if I see you driving, then you're arrested. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I get out of here? He's like, well, you're going to have to leave the car set. And I'm like, no. And at 16, at 16, I'm that smart. At 16, I went, no, because you're going to tow it. I know what you're going to do. And then he's like, no, I'm not going to tow it. Like, I kind of pulled a little bit of reverse psychology on him, you know. So now he's like promising that he's not going to tow it. And then I was like, well, can you at least drive us out of this road to the fucking main road? He went, yeah, I'll do that. And years later, I saw the cop and I brought this up to him as an adult. And I went, I just want to know one thing, and I will never say a thing, ever. Did you drink that beer that
Did you drink
got?
that beer?
Yep. And he went, we sure did. And I went, okay, all right. Assholes. That's what they do, man.
Man, you really worked that cop at 16. That was pretty impressive.
Dude, I was pretty. No, my buddy Brian, man, he was like, "You're fucking savior." Like, yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he
you
was
you were
fucking-
cut out to be a Satanist because you handled that authority figure well. What? So wait a
Never.
minute though. Y'all went to the store, y'all got the beer, and then y'all didn't take it home and drink it. You sat out in public and tried to drink it.
I mean, if you call it public, I guess. But we went underneath of like an overpass. So yeah, it was public, I guess. Yeah, technically. But nobody's there. So we were just like none of our other friends were around, you know? So we were like, what the fuck? What are we gonna do, man? You know, Jordan's over at his mom's or something, and I don't know. I can't remember what the reason was, but Matt was gone, Jordan was gone, Delaney was gone, everybody was gone, and it was just us. I feel like I want to say it was like a holiday thing. Like probably they were all like, you know, doing a holiday thing with their families or something. I don't know. I don't celebrate like Christmas. I go to the Chinese restaurant and shit. Like,
Ooh, that sounds good.
yeah,
Yeah,
right?
you're right because they don't celebrate Christmas either, so they're always open.
Oh, well, and I knew that from like A Christmas Story, right? So it's like I knew who's open, you know. So I'm going to say it was probably Thanksgiving because on a Christmas I would travel to another town or city and fucking eat Chinese food by myself. Like I like to be by myself a lot, you know. And so that's probably what it was. I don't know though. Can't remember. I can't place that. You'd have to have Brian, you know, on the phone too to fucking talk about that time. But yeah, no, that's what it was. And man, Brian looked at me all proud as fuck. And yeah, we went back to where did we go? My mom's. We walked to my mom's, and then she let us crash. And then fucking mom, you know, she grew up hardcore. And Brian went, "Do you know what the fuck your son just did for me?" She was like, "Good. I fucking thought I brought him up right. I hope."
Damn, your mom.
Oh yeah. I know. Like she's weird. That was way back then though. Now she's like with this whole Christian food, whatever the fuck I walked into, whatever the hell that shit is. Like, I don't even think she's a Christian, to be honest. I think it's just she's a food hoarder too. So, you have any cool stories like that, man? I bet you do.
Oh, I'm sure I do. I don't know if I want to tell any of them
you
right
don't have to
now,
say
especially
names.
on stream.
You don't have to say names or anything. You say like God did, first names, shit like that.
Yeah, I have my drunk stories. I didn't really start drinking until I was. The first time I got drunk was the very last night of freshman college. They were going to all celebrate in the dorms after their finals, and I had one more final the next day. Do what?
What year are we at?
We are in 1988.
You're graduating college in '88.
Yeah, I skipped my senior year and I went to college. So I was 17. And I was 17 years old at the time.
I was born in '85.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I'm your elder.
Yeah, I don't care. That's fucking. Dude,
I remember
all my friends.
The first time I went
to. Let me say this one thing. This is it, and then you go. All my fucking best friends, man. All my best friends and women that I really, really fucking cared about was way older than me. It's been a fucking ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that would be way like 15 years older than you. That would be way older. We would not have been hanging out together at that
Yeah, we
time.
would. Yeah, we would. Not at that time, but yeah, we would now. Yeah, I'd fucking hang out with you, man. You sound cool as fuck.
But I remember in college the first time I was underage, and they had some college kids that wanted. I went to a little small college town, so there wasn't a lot going on. But on the edge of town, they had the Holiday Inn Express or something, and it had the lounge, like the hotel lounge. And my friends talked me into going, and they were going to try to sneak me into the lounge. And that was the first bar I didn't even have an ID or anything. They were just going to try to like hope that we didn't get carded. So I wasn't using a fake ID. I just had to pretend like I belonged there. And somehow they let us in, and I pulled it off. And I was so excited that I was actually in a bar, and I wasn't 18 yet. And they were playing like, I don't know, disco music or something from the 70s. It was hardly anybody was there. It wasn't a nightclub setting at all. It was the Holiday Inn bar.
Staying alive.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And I didn't drink anything. I was just so excited that I even got into the bar. I didn't want to push it. And so that was like the most illegal thing I had done up to that point was I got snuck into the Holiday Inn bar. And that was first semester, but second semester was when they brought alcohol into the dorms that last night. And I had one more final the next day. And then everybody checks out and goes home from there. And so it was like the big last night of college. And I got talked into drinking. My roommate brought home this jug of Carlo Rossi wine from like the drugstore.
I've never had that.
And it was a gallon of it. And he brought it in the afternoon, and he's like, "Hey, this is for later, so don't touch it until I get back." I'm like, I don't even drink. You don't have to worry about me." And then the roommates across the hall had some beer, and I saw them in the hall and stuff. And they're like, "Man!" And I didn't know it at the time, but they were two gay guys. It turns out they were two gay roommates, and they're like, "Hey, man, we got some beer. Do you want to come in and have a beer with us?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've never had beer before, but I guess because it's the last night of college and it sounds like everybody's planning to celebrate, so I might as well have a beer." So I went and had a beer with them, and I think I got so drunk off of that one beer. And then we had like maybe a little bit more beer. And then I told him, I said, "Hey, y'all know what? My roommate has a big gallon of wine that he brought home." And they're like, "Really? Can we go have some of it?" I said, "Well, he told me not to touch it, but I guess we can go look at it or something." And so I don't know what happened after that, really, because I blacked out. But I woke up the next day.
No, you didn't.
No, listen, I woke up the next day. I was tied to my bed with bed sheets. My roommate's fish aquarium had a big crack in it, and the carpet in our dorm was soaking wet. And I woke up. I had the last thing I remember was like having a beer with these guys in the dorm room.
Give me the real story. We're done with
the real story was what people had to fill in with my memory the next day. They said I was like the little girl from The Exorcist. They said I was cursing everybody out. They said I was laying.
Hey, that's usually how it goes, dude.
My roommate came in. He said he found me with the bottle of wine, pouring it down my throat, like glug, 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 just drinking it straight from the bottle. They said I was hanging out of the dorm room, like half into the hall and half into the room. And everybody that walked down the hall, they said I would curse them out. I would say, "Fuck you, you motherfucker. Fuck you and your mama." Some guys snuck these girls into the dorm, and they walked by me, and I started cursing them out and calling them bitches and whores. And they said I kept trying to go to the water fountain, and I said it was holy water. And I kept, all night long, I kept saying, "I got to get the holy water. Take me to the holy water." And then I threw the phone at my friend's aquarium, and it cracked it, and all the water leaked out. And that's how the aquarium crack happened.
Now, is this real?
Well, the next day, I walked into my last final, and it was an auditorium style class. And the minute I walked in, the whole auditorium stood up and cheered.
Oh, shut
because
the fuck
they
up. Come
because of the meat, like whatever drunk clout I got that day from acting crazy and
Whatever,
drunk.
dude. Come on, give me a real story, like I was giving you, man. I give you a real story. Come on, give me a real one.
Well, that was my first drunk. I'm not going to tell the real drunk story because I'm too embarrassed to tell that one. That was my very first time getting drunk, and I could not handle my alcohol. And
The whole auditorium didn't fucking stand
they absolutely did. They absolutely did. I walked in to take my final. I didn't even. In fact,
what can you swear on?
My final was a blue book exam. It was an essay test. It was some philosophy like question you had to answer, and this was my answer. I can't think right now. I got drunk last night. I know the stuff. Please don't hold this against me. I can't write an essay, and I turned that in as my essay.
Why can't you do this? Why can't you be real, man? Come on.
Look, you don't have to. I don't. I'm telling you what happened. I don't know why you think I'm lying. This is totally what happened. This is not a story I would make up. And then I turned.
You made up a point that you were tied to a bed. Come on.
I woke up tied to the bed with bed sheets. They said I was so out of control that they had to put me in bed and tie me down. My friends put me in the bed, and they had to take the bed sheets and tie me down because I was so out of control. I was hanging out of my door. I was cursing out every single person that walked down the hall. I was crawling down the hall trying to get to the water fountain because it was holy water. I broke my roommate's fish tank, and so all of that happened that night.
You actually broke your roommate's fish
Yes,
tank.
I threw the phone at it for some reason, and it cracked. Because when I woke up, the floor was wet. The carpet was wet.
What did you have? Back in 1980,
it was. Remember those corded phones? You plug them into the wall, and it's not the rotary dial. They're like rectangular, and they have the buttons on the phone, like a push button phone. It was one of those. So it was like this rectangular, beige
I was only like
push button phone. Oh, right. But you'll probably outgrew that by the time. And so I went to the exam the next day. I turned that essay in with no essay written other than a plea to please not hold this against me. And then I checked out of the dorms and I went home and I never went back. That was like my last day of college. There's another story shortly after, like a week after that, because I was in college and the rest of my class was still in high school. I got home from college and they were still in high school, and they had senior skip day where all the seniors like don't go to school and they go party somewhere. And
you bought them beer like my buddy did.
No, I had a friend that invited me along. He's like, "Hey, I know you weren't part of senior class, but if you want, you can come with us to senior skip day." And it was going to be at this creek, like out in the middle of nowhere, where people like you can take beer and party on the side of the creek and everything. And there were people there not even from our school. There were people from like a whole bunch of other school. There was these two girls from this Christian school. They said I got so drunk because, again, I couldn't handle my alcohol. I was like a fresh drink. I didn't know how to like pace it and everything. I got so drunk. They said I was hitting on everybody there, all the guys. I was just hitting on them. I was like begging people to have sex with me. I was trying to kiss guys. And I woke up. It was still daylight. Buried in the sand, like up to my neck. My friend had to knock me out. He had to punch me and knock me out. And then they piled sand on top of me to get me under control because, again, I was so out of control that I had to be buried in the sand. And these Christian girls, they said I kept needing to pee, and I kept finding the Christian girls and saying, "Hey, I gotta pee. Will you come pee with me?" And they kept taking me to the woods so that I could pee, and they would like look out for people walking by so that I could pee in peace.
You can't pee if you're buried up to your.
Well, no, this was before I got buried.
Yeah.
But they said I was just too out of control. And so like the first 2 or 3 times I tried to drink, that's what happened. And then eventually I learned to pace myself and I could get normal drunk, like just buzzed and have fun.
So the third time you were perfectly fine.
Well, I guess there was a third. There were like 3 or 4 times. I'm not going to tell the. I can tell one more. I will tell one more drug story.
You're good at ad-libbing, that's for sure.
I was invited to. I was out of high school at the time, but my sister was still in high school, so I was invited to a party with some of her friends. So these are like younger kids, and there was this gay friend of mine that was going to be there, and some other kids from in my sister's class, high school.
All the time. You got a lot of
I don't know;
friends.
they're all sprinkled in there, and because this was like 89 or 90 when gay was just becoming a thing.
Oh
and
my God.
I went to this party and I was hanging out with all these people, and they had this big garbage can in the kitchen.
Got the Raisinets. I remember the Raisinets. They got that from Hardee's, didn't they? The gay people.
I don't know. We didn't have Raisinets at this party. We had a garbage can in the kitchen full of this drink called Rocket Fuel. It was like orange juice mixed with every type of liquor you can imagine. Oh, no, I remember. There was this girl, the girl that we got.
Actual rocket fuel, though.
Well, it was called Rocket Fuel. So if you wanted a drink, you went and you took your cup and you just dipped into this garbage can and you drank the Rocket Fuel drink.
Jungle juice, dum-dum.
Whatever. They called it Rocket Fuel. And it tasted like orange juice with alcohol in it.
Yeah, it had fruit in it and shit. Jungle juice.
And so I'm filling up on the Rocket Fuel throughout the night and drinking, and again, don't know how to drink and can't control my alcohol intake.
No.
And
here we go.
I was looking for one of the guys I knew, and they said, "Oh, they're all in the bedroom." And so I'm like, okay. So I walk into the bedroom at the back of this house.
The guy that you were looking for was like banging another guy.
No, it was a room full of guys. It was nothing but guys in the bed, and they were like the football players from high school and some of the older kids. And so what? Wait, I forgot about the part before. They had one of the guys was Korean, and I remember asking him if he was related, if his mama was Connie Chung, or if he was related to Connie Chung. And then I remember people wanting to beat me up over that. And then so I went to look for my friend, and he was in this room with all these guys and all these football player dudes from high school and everything. And I remember going in the room, and they're like, "What do you want? Close the door." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. We could have an orgy." And I closed the door as I was saying that. And the football players were also drunk. And one of them got so pissed, he tried to beat me up. So the girl who owned the house had to like hurry up and get me out of there. So they were like, I remember them like herding me out of the house. And my friend had his car rating, and it was one of those cars where you have to pull the seat back. It wasn't a 4-door; it was a 2-door. So you have to pull the seat back for me to get in. And as I'm trying to get in, one of these football players is jumping for me. So the girl who was hosting the party jumped in front of me to like protect me so I get in the car.
A girl?
And the football player, yes, the girl, the football player dude punched her and knocked her onto the sidewalk to get at me. And so he completely knocked this girl out. And before he could get to me, I like got in the car and closed the door, and they drove off. And so they brought me home, and I woke up in my bed with a pounding headache, and I didn't really know what happened. And my friend called. My friend was coming over to the house that day.
And A Nightmare on Elm Street's playing on the TV.
I don't know what was on the TV, but my friend shows up at my house, and she's like, "Hey, I was driving to your house, and there's like a trail of vomit, like for about 3 blocks from the main road leading to your house." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think that was me when they were dropping me off at home. I opened up the car door because I couldn't wait I couldn't wait to get home, and I remember opening up the car door and vomiting as they were driving me to my house."
Write this down and make a book or something.
I'm just thinking about it now. Like you're working all these memories in me.
No, seriously. Why don't let's be real? Come on, because I was being real.
I'm not gonna put this in a book. It's it's bad enough. It's on this one stream. I might even have to delete the stream. But I'm leaving that for one reason.
Yeah, but
this is life in Louisiana at 17, 18 years old. So it's a document of what life was like in my generation.
Like a little clip. Like each one of your stories, your 3 stories, do like a little clip. And then like
not. Someone can clip them if they want. And there's a fourth story that I'm not going to tell. So it took 4 times, and then I learned how to drink, and I didn't have any more major drug stories after that, except for the one time many years later that I tried Everclear for the first time, and I went to the gay bar and I like beat up I tried to beat up half the people at the gay bar, like all my friends.
You're funny as
it made me violent. Everclear made me violent.
You're stupid, dude. I love you, dude. You're great.
So there, like you got your story.
You're like Andy Kaufman with Satanism or something. Weird.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. I went from the satanic Mr. Rogers to the satanic Andy Kaufman. I guess that's a step up. Satanic Planet music. Shelley has a question.
Really, let's go completely 100%. When was the first time you ever tasted alcohol?
Well, okay. I grew up Cajun, so we had alcohol with our meals. We had beer with our crawfish balls. We would have little glasses of red wine with dinner, but they were sit like they were. It wasn't, huh?
Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grew up drinking alcohol as part of meals, but not to get drunk. It was something you sipped on during a meal. Now, I do remember at a Christmas party, me and my sister got drunk on the rum balls, and we were like, I remember sitting under the table giggling, and all the adults were like in the room talking and partying and whatever, and we were under the table like laughing our ass off because we were so drunk off of these rum balls.
Is that something that you and your sister like remember like together? Like, remember that one time?
Yeah, I think I haven't asked her lately, but I think she remembers the rum balls. Cool. They were just good. Yeah. We just kept eating them because they were good. I didn't really expect to get drunk off of them. But so I guess that's technically the first time I got drunk, but I don't count that because it was rum balls and we were like 12.
Yeah.
But the actual time where I actually drank liquid alcohol to get drunk was the time in the dorm. And then the party at the creek, and then the party at this guy's house, and then there was another time when we were at my own house. Some people came over with alcohol, and that was a crazy, crazy night. It ended up my mom wasn't even there, and it ended up the next day with her showing up at the house. She stayed at a friend's house. She shows up. She comes home the next day, and she doesn't say a word. She goes in my room, and she starts pulling clothes out of my closet, and she puts them in a suitcase.
Really?
And my brother was visiting at the house, and she puts us in the car, and she drives us to our dad's house. And she gets to my dad's driveway, and she opens the car, and she throws the suitcase out of the car, and she makes me and my brother get out of the car, and my dad comes out to see what's going on, and she says, "I had him for 21 years. You can have him for the next 21." And she drove off. So that's how bad that night was. I'm not going to tell the story part.
No, that's a 100%.
That was the next day, aftermath, and that was like the last time I got.
100%.
Everything I'm telling you is 100%. I'm not making any of this up. This is normal life in small town Louisiana.
I'm not trying to be a one-up or anything, nothing like that. But like the story you were talking about with the dorm is like, come on, man. I know.
No, that really happened. I couldn't make any of that up.
I do not doubt that it didn't happen, but who knows? You know.
But I didn't expect any of it when I woke up. I had no idea that night I was going to be getting crazy ass drunk. I wasn't even a drinker. I didn't even drink alcohol. I couldn't predict any of that was going to happen. It was a crazy night for me as well as everyone else.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah, I am.
You are, and you got a little brother.
I got 3 siblings, but they didn't live with us at the time. They lived with their fathers at some point. So it was just me and my mom and my sister.
Sorry about that. I'm getting a call.
That's fine. Good.
My bad.
Good timing.
Good for you.
Hey, have you heard of Satanic Planet?
No.
Shelley's wanted to know. Is that a band or a website?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. Somebody from the chat's asking about it.
Satanic Planet? Sounds like a band. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, it's the Satanic Temple guy. I guess it's his band. No, I wouldn't listen to that. I'm not a big fan of. They have a song called Baphomet, though.
He had really? He actually
Lucian
has a band.
Greaves, yeah, he has a band called Satanic Planet. I just looked. He has a band
Who
camp.
the fuck played the fucking guitar?
Let's look.
I'd like to know that. That's crazy.
Oh, it looks like it's just. Oh, he did some spoken word stuff, and then he.
Nice.
Wait, hip hop. What?
Hip hop. Don't do
it
that.
It was. He had a hip hop producer. I don't know if the music itself is hip hop.
Producer. No.
Greaves moves beyond spoken word with the experimental music backing of Henshaw, the demonic vocals of Pearson, and the diverse score-like approach of Lombardo. So those must be the band members.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just because you're a hip hop producer doesn't mean. Dude, I fucking helped produce little around town fucking rappers, and it was the worst goddamn nightmare I've ever fucking done in my life. I just want to state that, and that's why I don't do that anymore.
Sounds racist. Lucian Greaves, Luke Henshaw, Dave Lombardo. It doesn't say what they play. It just gives their names.
I'm sorry, but when somebody fucking comes to you and you go, or they go, hey, yeah, can you repeat that? And you're like, repeat what? What part? And they're like, that part. What do you mean repeat it? Like, yeah, just do it over again. Oh, you mean loop? Okay, well, okay, we can't do this anymore. We can't do it anymore. And that's it. That was it. Just give me my $50, man, and I'm done. Yeah. I finished
Dave Lombardo. Did it get produced?
Dave Lombardo? That's a big
from Slayer.
artist.
He's from Slayer.
Holy shit.
He's in this Satanic Planet band
Get
with Lucian
out
Greaves.
Of here. I'm surprised. Well, then I'm surprised Kerry King's not in it.
Let's see. No. Justin Pearson.
Really? Kerry King? He's a part of us. That's crazy.
You know, I want to see if they have music videos. This is their Bandcamp page.
No way. No way, dude. Why in the fuck haven't I been aware of this shit? Kerry King's one of my fucking...
Oh, wow. Baphomet official video.
Get out. Really?
Yeah, they do have a couple of videos, and their album's online. You look it up on YouTube.
Dude. Oh,
right, let me check out this.
I don't know if it's real anymore. I can't look at YouTube.
Ooh, it has very, like, Christian nationalist / KKK / Nazi-ish symbolism. It has a cool Baphomet, though. They have another one called Strangers.
Fucking damn, dude.
It's people in the woods with white cloaks on, with like upside down crosses painted over their white hoods.
You
and a Baphomet skull.
What's your Discord, dude? For real.
I'd have to send it to you. My name is Gen X Jeff.
Okay, got it.
All right, let me check out this other video. No, Shelly, I have not heard of any of this.
This is fucking. It'll be. Can you not play it though? Like right now?
I can't. It's copyrighted, so I can't play it on stream. But
no, I mean,
I'm on my phone, so I can't share anything.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
From the phone, I'm watching on the laptop, but I'm talking on the phone
I got it. Yeah, you're going direct. From YouTube.
Devil in Me. This one looks a little more dramatic. They're at an old barn.
He's Devil in Me? That's
stairs.
What do you mean?
That looks
that's Devil in Shit.
One of these guys looks like Steve Buscemi.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, it's a girl. She's on the bed. They're doing an exorcism on her. The video is like them doing an exorcism on this little girl.
Oh my god! Hold on. Can you stop the fucking show, dude? Please. Do you know what I always fucking wanted to do?
An exorcist.
No. I always, like, every movie is always an exorcism. I always wanted a movie to see the demons around them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like instead of within them, the ones that.
Right. The ones
Yeah.
that are fucking with the person. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they have movies like that out there.
Do they?
They've got to.
I don't think so. I'm pretty
Like
creative.
Yeah, they've got to have movies about demons that fuck with people.
No, like your preachers over there, these are the demons that he can't see.
Yeah.
But the audience can.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think that would be fucking perfect.
I'm assuming they have movies. I don't watch a lot of horror, so I don't know. But it seems like
Oh, I love horror.
somebody would have made movies.
I'm sure they
with
did.
the demons.
I'm sure someone did. I don't know. Just my quick idea.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I would like to see more demons.
Yeah.
Representation matters.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Well, Shelly, after this is over, I'm going to go check out some of these videos. In fact, I'll probably wrap up soon.
Her videos and
the Satanic Planet.
Satanic Planet and the Nick thing. You got to do that. You got a little bit of homework.
Which one?
Nick.
The Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get on that. I'll get on that one.
You can cheap it. You can fucking fast forward a little bit if you want. It's okay.
I probably won't even watch it, but
Yeah,
I probably won't even remember.
I know. I'm starting to figure you out.
These Satanic Planet videos are way more appealing right now.
Right.
But if people are looking for a panel, it looks like Shift is live. Shift happens.
I don't know. Is he like a good dude or what?
Oh no, she's a she. I don't think she's going to be your type of content.
Probably
but
not.
she's the only other one streaming right now that I see.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, if y'all need a panel to go here, I can at least drop her channel. If you need a panel to go to, Shift is streaming. You can go check her out. Otherwise,
he's getting ready to say sayonara.
Today's Thursday, right?
You're getting ready to say sayonara. That's what you're getting ready to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up soon. I've been going almost 3 hours.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go watch these videos.
Like the video she sent?
Yeah, Satanic Planet.
Okay, cool.
I haven't heard of them until just now.
Oh. Okay. Sweet.
And then tomorrow, I don't know if I'm having a guest or not. If I have a guest, I'll be an hour later. But if I don't have a guest, I'll be out at my normal time. So just kind of keep an eye on YouTube.
What kind of guest? What guest are you thinking?
He's an author that he wrote a book on how to have conversations, like depolarization.
Is that a little Josh at me right now?
Who?
Is that a little Josh at me right now? Like, hey, yeah, this is how.
No, we've been having a conversation all night.
Have conversations.
No, like people that hate each other, like the different political extremes, how to get them talking and not like to to defuse some of the depolarization that's happening in
I
society.
don't think that's possible, though. That's what we
Well,
were talking about.
he's studied it and he's written books on it, so he has at least some ideas. And particularly the role of emotion, like the emotions of anger and contempt, can when you express those toward the people you're trying to communicate with, it can actually increase
but
the
that's
polarization and
self-control.
make them dig into their positions even stronger. So
That's
part
what-
of it is about like being aware of what emotions you're putting out in the process of
Right.
having these conversations. And
Well,
that,
okay,
that I
but-
think has relevance to this channel in particular, because
I
the
think
strong
so,
emotion shows up a lot here.
but again, though, like what you said that you aren't like, and I don't know if I like that, because if somebody comes at me, like I build a blind fence on my property. This is real. I built a blind fence on my property. While I'm building it, neighbor comes over. What the hell are you doing this for? I'm like, want to build a blind fence. What do you mean? He gets like offended about this. And again, what I told you earlier, next thing I know, man, me and him are in like a big altercation. So I don't know how that would work here in this guy with the book.
But
I will
something
definitely
led.
listen.
There was an escalation cycle that led to that big altercation.
No, nothing.
So he says, "What are you building a fence?" And all of a sudden, y'all are fighting.
Yep. I think
You're leaving something out of the process.
I swear I'm not. The only thing that I can think of is that he invited me over to grill out one time, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, I'll bring some booze over. Yeah, cool. And like, he wanted to be my friend, I think, and I just didn't want to be his friend. And I just, like, it wasn't because of him. I was still going to even put a door on the damn fence, but I did it in front of my house.
How did the altercation happen?
Because I was building my privacy fence. And then he comes over and he's like, what the hell? I'm like, well, what do you mean? What's going on, man? I'm just building a fence. And he's like, wow, what the hell did I do? You didn't do anything. What do you mean? Yeah, like that's his problem, not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. People are allowed to have fences.
Right. Yeah. So I'm interested now. I really want to hear this guy with the book. I
hope it happens. And if it does, it'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And if it doesn't happen, I'll be out at my normal time, 4 p.m.
Okay, man.
/ 1 p.m.
You're always awesome. Thank you for having me up. And
well, yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, of course. And I really appreciate you. Yeah.
All right. Well, take care and hail
Before
Satan.
you hang up, man. Hail Satan. Before you hang up, though, I wanted to see her.
See
the other person's shit.
Which one?
Can you put it back? Oh, there is no backstage here. Shit.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that from the phone. You talking about? Well, it's in the. You talking about the
You said that
the stream.
That other girl, yeah.
The one streaming shift. Let's see what she's even talking about. Oh, have it on mute. Let's see. I don't know. You never know what you're getting with shift. She does all kind of interesting content.
Do I go there or do I not? What do you think?
I mean, you can go check it out in the chat. I don't know if she's doing a panel yet. I don't see a link. But
I can't. Oh, here's chat. Let's see here. Hold on. Comments.
Let me see who else is streaming. There might be a better one to send you to. I don't know. There's an Andrew Wilson debate.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Outliers in exile?
No, that's me. That's mine.
What the hell? Why did you post that?
Oh, did I post the wrong? I
Yeah.
thought I posted hers.
Yeah, you posted the wrong one, bro. It's okay.
No, that's the same one.
Says outliers. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, I got it. Okay. My bad. Should I go there?
Yeah, I mean, you can check it out and see what you think. I don't know if it'll be your.
It might not
Honestly,
be.
I never know what to expect from her channel.
I think I'm gonna kind of stick with you, dude. I think you're like kind of one of my favorites or something. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, tell your friends. I'm trying to get my numbers up.
I will, dude.
Send all your Satanist friends over here.
I will, man.
All right,
brother.
well, take care.
Later.
Zephyr's here. Hey, Zephyr. I was just about to wrap up. I'm gonna go watch some cool satanic videos that Shelly just turned me on to. I don't know if they're cool, actually. It's Satanic Planet, which is the Lucian Greaves from the Satanic Temple. It's his band that I just found out that he had. So I at least want to give him a watch and see what I think. And so that's my plan. But it's good to see you. And I was just saying that I'll be out tomorrow. I may have a guest. If I have a guest, I'll be out an hour later. If I don't have a guest, I'll be out at my usual time. I know you do. Your timing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Your timing might be saving you. No, it was just me and Ziggy hanging out, having crazy conversations. We told drunk stories and stories from growing up. Talked about Satanism a little bit, politics, narratives, all the crazy stuff happening lately, like people seeing stuff on the internet and then going out and doing crazy things like violence over narratives with not a lot of evidence behind them. Kind of like Pizzagate. We talked a bit about Pizzagate. Yeah, we talked about all kind of stuff. So, but it is good to see you. I hope we catch you. I hope I catch you sometime. And have a good night, whatever you decide to do. Uh-oh, what happened? Hang on. This is the Fireside Chat from hell. Maybe this is relevant. Was there drama? Oh, you mean just in general, like how crazy things have gotten? Yeah, drones and the world, people just doing random violence over internet stuff, and immigration, and the geopolitical happenings. And Trump hasn't even taken office yet. That's going to be like 4 more years of unpredictability and probably chaos. So I don't know. I think we're strapped in, and the roller coaster car is about to pull out of the station. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll probably all get splashed sooner or later by some of it. Faux show. All right. Well, I'm gonna wind it down here. I hope things are going okay with you. And yes, TTFN. I'll see everyone tomorrow. I'll be out at some point. Okay, take care, people. This has been another hell of a Fireside Chat, and we'll do it again. Let me see if I can get my music going. There we go. All right.